Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the best damn movie-related show on the planet Earth, the John Campea Show, coming to you from right here on my YouTube channel. I am, of course, your host, John Campea, and it is an awesome honor and privilege, as it is every day, to have you, our international friends, gather around as we talk about our favorite things in the world, movies, movie news, TV, and streaming, and all sorts of good things. And it's 1 week. 1 week since you looked at me. A little bare naked ladies there for you guys today. It's 1 week until Spider-Man No Way Home comes out. We're going to be talking about our final baseline predictions. We want to hear from you guys as well about what we're thinking what we're going to see, what's possible we may see, what we hope to see, what we hope we don't see, all that sorts of good stuff and everything. And I'm joined today, of course, by we got Kimberly Curran over here. Kimberly, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good to have you here. And of course, right beside her is Ray. Ray, how you doing today? Ooh, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right, I gotta, let me see if I can find this. I don't know if I can. Oh my goodness, it's gone. Oh no, it's not gone. Oh, it's not gone. I got something to show. I got something to show.
That had something to do with me too.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
This came in. Who's hungry? This got
With us to the movie.
this got sent in. This got sent in. So yeah, everything.
Chef, he doesn't look that pleasurable.
Chef Pleasures is in the house.
Where's the Brazilian flag behind me?
Brazilian. That's the only thing this thing still needed was the
Yeah.
Brazilian
Just
flags.
Dude, sexuality.
Yeah, oh yeah, look at that.
Over it.
Uh-huh.
You got the ketchup
Oh, it's like
in the
eggs too.
background.
He's got eggs. He's got
There's a
ketchup in the
Oh
background.
my God.
You got
On
that
it right there.
One of our
steak.
viewers-
Couldn't have been better.
One of our viewers sent that in.
That was
We're
great.
Very, very glad that they did. So anyway,
Wow.
guys,
Amazing.
it is good to have you gues here today. So here's how today's show is going to go. We're going to break the show down into two parts, as we always do. In the first half of the show, we're going to take a predetermined topic. In the second half of the show, we want your comments, and then we want your questions. If you want to send in a comment, and if you're watching live, and only if you're watching live, if you got a comment, thought, or opinion, not a question, no questions, you can use the super chat feature in the YouTube live chat and send that in. We'll read that once we get to that part of the show. If you do have a question for the show, though, jump down into the description of this video. You'll see a tip link there. Click on that, or you can enter it in manually at www.streamelements.com/movieblogtv/tip. You'll be getting your question read on this show or an upcoming companion video. And of course, you'll be supporting this channel at the same time, and all of us involved with the John Campea Show. Thank you guys so much for your support. One last bit of housekeeping. Don't forget, guys, if you need your daily fix of the John Campea Show, but you can't be in front of a YouTube video, maybe you're commuting, maybe you're at work, maybe you're at the gym. Good for you. If so, good news, there is an audio-only version called the John Campea Show podcast. It's on all the major podcasting apps, whatever your podcasting app of choice is, and I'm losing my voice already. Just go on over there and subscribe to it today so it is there when you need it. And we thank all of you guys who have already subscribed to the podcast. All right. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it here.
Let's do it.
1 week from today is the opening of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, of course, for our international friends watching, some of our international friends watching who may be living in countries where it actually may be coming out a week from yesterday. If that's the
lucky.
case, congratulations, good for you. We're not jealous at all. We're totally happy for you. Seriously, we're thrilled.
No spoilers.
But we are getting it a week from today. We, of course, have our own private screening of it. We've got a private theater for this coming Thursday where we're going to watch it with us. Robert Meyer Burnett's going to be there. I think Aaron's going to be there. A few of my friends and a bunch of you guys are going to be coming with us. We're going to be playing a little game in a little bit here to determine who is getting the last spot. We have one last spot available. Well, it's not technically last because I'm going to give you 2 tickets, but there is one last spot available. And Ray and Kim today, we're going to be competing for 2 of our viewers who are competing for that final spot. And I mean, I'm not kidding. This time, we really literally only have 1 spot left.
Okay,
Oh my
okay.
So
gosh.
these guys are going to be competing for who gets that last spot. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home. We all knew this was going to be a big movie, right? This is going to be a big movie. But as we started to approach, once we got to within about 2 months, you started to get the sense that Spider-Man No Way Home wasn't just going to be a big movie. It was going to be maybe a top 15 box office film of all time, maybe. Even though we're living in a pandemic era, which we're still seeing the pandemic is affecting a lot of movies today. Then the first trailer came out, shattered all kinds of records. Actually broke the all-time most viewed trailer in the first 24 hours record that was held by Avengers Endgame. That number one trailer of all time is now Spider-Man No Way Home. The first trailer, not the second one, but the first one. Then the second trailer came out and it did exactly what Sony wanted the trailer to do. It got everybody speculating and dissecting the trailer frame by frame by frame. Who is the invisible man punching Lizard in the face? Is it one of the other Spider-Men? Is it Venom? Is it an invisible Miles Morales? Is it Wolverine? Is it, who knows? But it got everybody talking, which is exactly what Sony wanted everybody to do. I mean, let's be clear here too. Some people were like, how could Sony possibly let that scene where, Lizard's getting punched in the face invisibly, how did they accidentally let that in the trailer? That wasn't accidentally let into the trailer. That was exactly on purpose because they wanted all of us fools to talk about it incessantly, which of course we did. So now here we are. It's just 1 week away. It's no longer some off in the distance theoretical. It's here. Spider-Man No Way Home is here. We are within the week of it opening. Now, I thought what we would do here is take some time to slip out what we think are our final predictions. Now, the reason we're going to do our final predictions now, a week before the movie opens, is because it is opening in some countries earlier, and I got invited to a screening on Monday that's showing like the full movie.
Wow.
So Monday, the full movie is going to start to be shown to some critics and stuff like that. Not just the 40 minutes that they showed a week or so ago, but the actual full movie is being shown as of Monday. I'm not going to go.
We're going to get the first reaction energy from you in the screen.
It's a must.
So those viewers, be excited. You'll get to see John's.
It's absolutely. I want the first time I watch this movie to be with a bunch of.
I want to get a Howard Dean.
Yeah. But since it is going to start screening, a lot of spoilers, like legitimate spoilers, are going to start making their way online. So I figured this is our chance now to put in our last untethered, unsullied predictions about what we think we're going to see. Now, let me say up front before I start giving my predictions, and then of course we're going to get Ray and Kim's predictions as well. Let me just say that I have seen segments of the movie. I have had portions of the movie sent to me that I've seen a couple of things. It wasn't a lot of it, and all the predictions I give will have nothing to do with anything that I saw. Okay? So so if you hear me giving a prediction about Topher Grace's Venom, then you know that anything that I did see, and it was limited, but anything that I did already see didn't have anything to do with Topher Grace's Venom. Okay? So anything I talk about has nothing to do with that. Okay. So we're going to start with the end. We're going to break this down into two things. One, we're going to talk about our solid predictions. Predictions that we actually think has a very good chance, at least a good chance, not guaranteed, but a good chance of being in the movie. And then two, we're going to talk about our stretch predictions. Like, no, we don't really think this is going to happen, but there could be a possibility, right? Those two things. So we'll start with me on this one, okay? And here's going to be my first one. So for solid for John, solid John. All right. Okay. I'm going to go with the big obvious ones here first, okay? Big obvious ones first. So the first big obvious one clearly is going to be Toby and Andrew. I mean, that's what everybody thinks except for one person in this room. Toby and Andrew will be in this movie. That, I mean, like ever since Andrew Garfield's footage got leaked of him in front of that green screen, but there have been reports for over a year. Everybody knows they're going to be in it. They're practically admitting it. I mean, it's not even news, whether it's all that kind of stuff. Toby and Andrew are going to be in this. Next. I think it's fairly safe to say Venom is going to be in this movie. I can't imagine the post-credit scene from Venom 2 only to not have Venom pop up in Spider-Man No Way Home. I consider that, if I'm not going to give 100% to anything, but if I were to give 100% to something, Venom being in this movie would be my 100% one. Although, you never know for sure. You can't say that for sure. All right. I'm going to say this too. Either May, MJ, or Ned die. I think there's going to be tragedy. I think there's going to be a tragedy in this. I think when Tom Holland, who obviously speaks too much when it comes to the movies he's trying to promote, Tom Holland said not too long ago that he talked about the heaviness that was going to be in this movie. There's going to be some big time stuff in this. And to me, I think you can do that thematically, yes. But what I really think he means by that is somebody close to Peter dying. And I think the only three that are close enough to him that would constitute a really heavy moment is either Aunt May, Mary Jane, or Ned. So again, I'm not giving 100% on that, but I personally think I think that's a pretty solid ventured guess. I think that's a pretty solid prediction. So that's what we'll see in this. All right. I'm going to say this. No Miles Morales. And listen, there's a lot of people, including a couple in this room, who think Miles Morales is going to be in this movie. Now, I do agree. I think there's going to be an Easter egg for Miles Morales somewhere in there, but I don't think we're going to say, hello, my name is Miles Morales. I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't think we're going to see Miles Morales in this. So no. I'm also going to say this. No Wanda. And you had asked me that, say 6 months ago, I would have said, yeah, Wanda is going to be in this, because Kevin Feige did at one point say that, that WandaVision, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is kind of one story arc. He never said that Wanda would be in all three. He never said Spider-Man will be in all three. And as a matter of fact, Spider-Man wasn't in WandaVision, right? Now there was Doctor Strange. What were you going to say?
Does this include a post-credit scene?
Yep. The movie, post-credit scene is part of the movie.
In entirety, we will not see her at all.
I don't think we're going to see Wanda.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify. Okay.
I don't think we're going to see one. I think they're going to save however Wanda's going to burst onto scene in this, in Doctor Strange 2. Okay. So, like I said, we didn't get Stephen Strange in WandaVision, and we didn't get Spider-Man in WandaVision. So I don't think we're going to see Wanda. Okay, of course, that's a possibility, but I'm going to guess that we're not going to see Wanda in this thing. All right. I might come back to another solid one later. Let me go to Stretch. These are some predictions that I would not put money on are going to happen, but I think there is a possibility. Okay? I think there is a possibility. These are my Stretch predictions. Original X-Men. I think there is a chance, and I got convinced of this by one of our viewers. I think there's a chance that in all this multiversal calamity that's going on, like when Doctor Strange is saying, they're all coming and I can't stop them. I don't think he's talking about one or two.
Because all's not a couple. If you think of it, the villains that we saw, that's a couple of folks. Yep. That's a little dinner party. Mm-hmm. When he says all,
that's a convention.
That's a convention.
I think yes. Doctor Strange is talking about the Comic-Con of people coming through the multiverse. I think there is a chance. And here's why I was convinced of this. One of our viewers wrote in and said, John, in that battle scene we see in the trailers, they're at the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Deja vu.
What happened at the end of the first X-Men movie? And I'm like, ooh.
Okay.
It all happened at the Statue of Liberty. What happens is some rift opens up and in comes through Magneto or a Wolverine. I don't know which X-Men. I don't know which. So, and remember, I'm not saying I'm putting money on this one. These are my stretch ones. Okay. Yes. So that's one of my stretch ones. A stretch one is that original X-Men may happen to come through. Okay. So there's that. Next stretch. I don't really think it's going to happen, as I don't under any of these things. James Franco. You know, it's funny because just a few episodes ago, I was saying, no. Kevin Feige doesn't want to bring the controversy baggage that comes along with
Yeah.
James Franco right now.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I'm not putting this in my real theories. But the more I'm looking at the movie, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I wouldn't be, again, I would still lean towards I'm going to guess he's not, but I won't be totally surprised if he did. So I'm going to list James Franco under my stretch. That's a
Okay.
stretch. So I'm going to put that one under there too. Another one of my stretch ones for Spider-Man No Way Home. Iron Man / Tony Stark. Listen, I've been saying for a long time, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be back. Robert Downey Jr. is going to be back in the MCU. That to me is not even a conversation. It's going to happen. It may not be this year, may not be next year, may not be in 3 years. But it could very well be in this one, because if you're talking about putting narrative first,
Okay.
before just, woo, look at the cameo, but actually putting narrative first, who has been more important to Peter Parker in this universe than Tony Stark, other than his Aunt May and maybe his lifelong best friend Ned? But really, Tony Stark has been the most influential, important. I mean, we even see a lot of the whole themes of Far From Home is Peter dealing with the loss of Tony Stark and the guilt he feels about the death of Tony Stark, and looking up at murals of Tony Stark, right? Having him come in would be narratively consistent with the story of Peter Parker so far. You're going to say something?
I have a question.
All right.
Are you saying that he will be a part of the story, maybe even briefly, or do you think he will be a memory, looking back and remembering that one time Tony told me XYZ?
I'm going to limit it to appear. So whatever you want to say that. So I'm not going to get more specific than saying I think there's a possibility. And when I say memory, I would mean if it was a memory, it would be an original memory, not let's take some footage from, Avengers Infinity War and
like
just cut it
something
into
we didn't
this.
see, like we never saw them walking in a park having a heart to heart.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like something
Okay.
that Robert Downey Jr. specifically had to at least go in for a day and film something
Shot
for.
something new. Okay.
Again, I'm not saying I'm putting money on that happening. I'm just saying it's one of my stretch predictions. It's a stretch. I get it. Stretch prediction. All right. Next one. Venom, the symbiote, will merge with Spider-Man at some point. I think, not only do I think Venom appears in this movie, that I have in my solid predictions. Like I really believe that's going to happen. May not, but I believe it will. I think it, because I said it before, that I think Venom coming over into this universe, I think this is where we're going to get the iconic spider logo that goes on Venom's chest that has been missing so far. I think at some point in this movie, the symbiote will bind with Parker, and then I don't think it'll stay there. It's not going to stay there, but then that's where we're going to get the spider logo from. I think that's how Venom then moving forward will have the iconic spider logo, because at this point in Venom 1 and 2, it would make no sense for Venom to have the spider logo on his chest. He's nothing to do with spiders, and he's never met Spider-Man, but now he would. So that's going to be my stretch as well. All right. Another
That might
stretch.
not be too far of a stretch. That actually makes sense to me.
I mean, if Venom's in it, it does make sense. I'm going to jump up to solid again. Charlie Cox as Matt / Daredevil. I mean, once Kevin Feige came out the other day and said, yeah, Charlie Cox is our Daredevil. I mean, there have been outlets that were reporting that Charlie Cox was going to be in it. I had that picture that I had posted that I didn't think was real, but it might be real, sort of thing. And then Kevin Feige came out the other day. I mean, that sells it. Kevin Feige came out and said Charlie Cox is our Daredevil. Why would he say that single-digit days away from Spider-Man No Way Home coming out? Why would he not just, I'll address that question sometime. Why just single digits days away from Spider-Man No Way Home coming out, would Kevin Feige come out and say to the world, Charlie Cox is going to be our Daredevil? Why would he do that if he's not in Spider-Man No Way Home? So I'm going to actually put that under the solid one.
Okay.
I can put that under the solid one. So to summarize, here are my last minute predictions.
I know.
Solid. Toby and Andrew, obviously, that's a no duh. Venom, I think that's obviously no duh as well. A little bit more out there is either Mary Jane, or sorry, Zendaya is not Mary Jane. She is MJ.
MJ.
She's not Mary Jane. Mary Jane Watson is a completely different character. But either Aunt May, MJ, or Ned will die. I do not think we're going to see Miles Morales. I do not think we're going to see Wanda. And after what I would have put this under the stretch one, but then Kevin Feige came out and said that Charlie Cox is Daredevil. So I'm going to say Charlie Cox is Daredevil. Under my stretch, I wouldn't put any money on these ones actually happening, so don't hold me to them. But under my stretch ones that we'll see some member or members of the original Fox X-Men movies come through. James Franco makes an appearance. Iron Man / Tony Stark / Robert Downey Jr. will make an appearance. Venom the symbiote will merge with Peter Parker and get the spider logo on his chest at that time. Those are my guesses. Those are my last minute predictions. I might come up with more as we go through the show. But now we're going to go over to Kim's predictions.
All right.
I'll say.
Oh.
All right.
You're going to tell you.
First, we're going to go with solid ones.
Okay.
What do we have as far as solid?
I feel it in my bones. As my grandma said, I dreamed of fishes last night, baby. I really do believe we're going to get some rendition of Miles Morales. I don't know that we're going to go Cool World with it, where it's a live action versus cartoon. I think it will be very subtle. He bumps into someone while there's mayhem.
Nevertheless. Okay.
And the kid kind of jumps into the scene and he's like, whoa, wait, where did you just fly? You know what? Never mind. And then he's going to be gone. I think it's going to be so quick. It's going to be a boost. If you could call it Easter egg plus.
Okay,
I think it's
fair
going to
enough.
be Easter egg plus for Miles Morales. I just really feel like we're going to get something from him, or maybe even see him in the distance, rescue someone, and then fly off, and nobody really even closes up on him.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think Easter egg counts.
That's why I said Easter egg plus.
Yeah, okay,
like,
Easter egg plus. I
with
like
a little
that.
bit of
I like
steroid,
that.
put some Coke on it. All right. So number 2, and I don't have a long list. I really do believe there's going to be 2 Willem Dafoe, where there's going to be 2 different renditions of him.
goblins.
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
I really do.
So you think the one with the mask and
the one
we
with
saw
the
with
mask,
the hood?
and I saw one with the hood.
You think that's 2 different ones?
I think they're both going to be Willem Dafoe, but one of them's going to look a little different.
I like that.
And because that was just weird that you would have, because if you think about it, if you jumped into this universe, you don't know how it happened, you didn't have time to pack a hoodie as well. To be like, I mean, I got my shell helmet, but I do want to be comfortable, so I do want to pack a hoodie. Like wherever he got pulled from in the universe, he got pulled from. So it's so odd to me that the other goblin has a hood on, and it really looks super casual or very different, but the looks were way too different for me to think there's just going to be one. And if you think about it, multiverse, Tom Holland might run into another Tom Holland. You know what I'm saying? Could be, but that's what I really, really believe. So those are my 2 solids.
All right.
Okay.
Now let's go into stretch.
My stretch, and I don't say this as something silly, my dreams have always meant something. I always have really, I'm so serious, you guys. The deja vu that I've had in my life, I've dreamed of things that when I vacationed in Italy, I saw the house that I saw in a dream 2 years ago. I'm serious. So some of you know, I had a dream about Matthew McConaughey being Uncle Ben and Tom Holland having a memory with Uncle Ben, because I feel like in this movie, I know there's a lot of villains. We're bringing in so many things, but I think there's room for Tom Holland to have a memory of the real Uncle Ben that we never got to meet in Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe.
So wait, let me just so I'm clear.
This is my long shot.
The Oracle,
Yes.
is predicting that not just that we're going to see an Uncle Ben,
I think it's going to be Matthew McConaughey.
but you think we are specifically going to get a Matthew McConaughey Uncle Ben?
I do.
I mean, I'm just going to put you in charge of all my future investments if that turns out to be true.
I do. I just
okay.
have this feeling he'd be so unexpected, but he's at the age, and I think he'd have chemistry with Marissa Tomei. I think he's just got that warmth. And I had a dream about it, you guys. So that's my but then again, Mind you, this is in the long shot category. Kim
Sure,
is not,
long shot,
Kim
right.
is not coming to you. She didn't drink crazy for breakfast going, I'm telling you, Matthew McConaughey is going to be Uncle Ben. This is my long shot.
Long shot. All right.
My second and
All
last.
right.
All
What's
right,
next?
exactly. All right. I agree with you, but I call it a long shot that we're going to get a glimpse of X-Men because that location is just. I looked at it 3 times this morning in the trailer where they're on the Statue of Liberty because I was breaking it down myself, and he's saying they're coming in. It's almost like they took that scene and what are we 17 years 20 years later and just said, oh, let's reboot this. It really truly does look like the same scene.
Yeah.
There's something
very
happening
similar.
there. My long shot is they're going to be X-Men and they're going to be the characters like Storm and Wolverine, but I believe it's going to be the new cast. And it might come in a way where maybe stuff is swirling around and you see some guy with like a beard and sideburns and weird hair and you're like, but this time short. And you're like, is that Wolverine? You're not really going to be able to tell. You're going to see a girl.
Let me be clear about this.
Does she have white
You
hair?
think there's
Is
a chance that Marvel has already cast without anybody finding out a new Wolverine, a new Storm, a new that, and none of us know about it, and they're going to
do.
bring in the new cast. So your prediction is a little bit different than mine.
Yes.
Mine thing is going to be the original cast we
Original,
see,
yeah.
or one or several of them. You think we're going to see them, but it'll be the new people playing those roles moving forward.
Yeah, and it'll be in
That
a
is
way.
a stretch one.
It
That's
is a
one.
stretch. It is totally a stretch, but it'll be in a way where we kind of can't. It's not like Wolverine's going to come up and be in his yellow and, oh, okay, this is the new Wolverine. It's going to be weird. Like, I don't know, a really quick glimpse, a guy in a jacket, Storm and Cyclops maybe walking by and you just see glasses and you're like, that girl has white hair. It's going to be really not noticeable, but like really cool. That's my long shot that I feel in my bones.
All right. Well, it's time to go over to the ones that everybody really wants to hear.
Bones.
We are going over
You guys
to
are
here.
just silly here.
We're
That's
gonna go
just silly talk.
We're not.
just silly talk, says Ray.
I'm not gonna go with trying to predict who's in it. Like I said, I like what I've seen. I'm just gonna predict what I think this movie is going to bring, and afterwards, and what the things that are going to happen afterwards.
We want to know your predictions.
Okay,
for
my
what's gonna
prediction
happen in
is this movie
Yeah.
will give a proper goodbye to Toby and Andrew. That's saying if they're in it,
Ooh.
because you know what? Despite the quality of their movies, no matter what you think, both of them played their iteration of Spider-Man great. Like Andrew had the darker version of Spider-Man, and of course everyone loves Toby, and it's a proper way for them to say thank you to everyone who's always loved them for doing those roles.
So give him a send-off.
Give him a send-off, proper send-off, because both of them didn't have that.
That's
and
true.
they're probably
That's right.
asked about Spider-Man all the time. This will be a way to make Tom Holland the main Spider-Man and move forward.
I'll tell you why that's so smart, because like you're right, Tobey Maguire, they all thought they were getting Spider-Man 4. They had John Malkovich cast as the Vulture. They were getting ready. So he didn't get a goodbye. When they made The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they all thought they were going to do The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and then Sony killed it, and he never got to get a goodbye. So you're right. This is kind of giving them a chance to get their goodbyes.
I also believe that I don't know. I think this movie is actually going to give the MCU a reason for why Spider-Man's going to be missing for a while. Like, because I think him and Venom, whatever comes in through the portal, is going to bring a whole new set of villains for Spider-Man and Venom. And they will go off into their own little movies with Sony to just handle that stuff.
Right.
And like every now and then in the MCU movies, they'll be like, oh, the kid's taking care of business down there, just to keep him there, but he's not there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then like, this is my stretch.
All right.
They're going to keep him away from MCU films for so long that when he comes back and joins the new Avengers, it's going to be awesome. A welcome back, Spidey. That's all I could give. I'm not going to do any cameos, whatever, because I'm just waiting for this thing to happen because I want to see it. I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't think too hard about this stuff, but so that's like a casual, sort of like a casual prediction.
I like it. I like it. And then somebody, I lost who said it, but somebody in the live chat said, also don't forget, Kate Bishop is going to show up and keep saying that she's a part of the Avengers, and other Avengers are just going to keep saying, no, you're not an Avenger.
Oh,
that's a good
one more
prediction.
stretch. I'll do one cameo.
One more stretch.
I actually believe Wanda's going to have some sort of...
Oh, so you do believe
Yeah.
Wanda's gonna be in there. Yep.
From the minute I heard multiverse and just saw the effects on the trailer, all I thought of is, oh, that's Wanda. Wanda has something to do with this. Just because, like the things open up, whatever.
Well, some people have been
stretch.
pointing out that because it's purple.
Yeah.
That was the same color
It could
they
be
used in
that
there.
simple. Yeah, that could be it for me too.
All right, so let's go over some of these predictions, solid ones and pure stretch ones. We're looking at.
Hey.
We are
All right. All right, Peter.
My Aunt May is hot. All right. Okay, so solid predictions. Obviously, Toby and Andrew. Obviously, Venom. Either Aunt May, MJ, or Ned die. No Miles Morales will appear. No Wanda will appear. Charlie Cox as Matt or Daredevil. Stretch ones. Original X-Men will come through at some point, one or several. James Franco will be there. Again, these are ones I don't really think, but I think there's a stretch possibility. Tony Stark / Iron Man will appear. Venom the symbiote will merge with Spider-Man at some point and get the spider logo. We go over to Kim's predictions. Solid ones. Miles is going to be in there, and I know a lot of you guys think that too. Also, that there are going to be 2 different iterations of Goblin in this, not just one. Stretch, Matthew McConaughey as Ben, and also stretch, X-Men, the new cast will be introduced in this. For Ray, under a solid ones, we got a proper goodbye to Toby and Andrew, something they never got in their other 2 respective franchises. The departure of Spider-Man and reasons why out of the MCU. And the stretch one is that Wanda's in there. That Wanda will be in there.
Let me point out a couple of things that the
Sure.
chat has been saying. Some have been saying that Nick Fury will show up, possibility.
I mean, that's not a bad one because Nick Fury pops up all over the place. So that's not a bad one at all.
And a lot of people are saying Kang, which I never even put into the equation.
I don't think
But he's
Kang's gonna
such
be
a
there.
Marvel property that I don't know if Sony will use the,
Here's why I don't think Kang's going to be in there. Because he has had nothing to do with this story. And you would have had to have watched Loki to get, because remember Kevin Feige said this story arc is WandaVision, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. So I really don't think, but hey, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So listen, guys, that's some of our solid predictions and totally kind of out there in left field stretch predictions. I want to know what some of your guys are. If you guys are watching live, jump into the super chat and do
we
that.
forgot
there.
Deadpool. No one's saying Deadpool at all.
I don't listen. Deadpool, I would say is a 1 to 2% possibility.
Okay.
But I think for stretch, it's got to at least be 10% possibility. So I don't even think Deadpool popping up, which is theoretically possible, but I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty unlikely. I mean, I think that's. I would actively bet against.
But Drew actually pointed out better, Captain Deadpool, like a merge of both.
Like a Captain
Captain
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
All right,
I love
sign
it.
me up for Captain Deadpool. Sign me up for Captain Deadpool. That would be, I mean, not that I think it'll happen, but I think that's a pretty awesome guess. All right, guys, questions for you. Who do you think? What are the big last minute predictions you guys have? Jump on down and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys. And hey, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of this video, the good folks over at Raycon. Just this morning, I was in the other room on my treadmill and I was listening to my stuff through my Raycon earbuds. These things are great. They pair incredibly easy. They're very comfortable. 8 hours of runtime. And as somebody who's had all the big brands of earbuds, because I go through earbuds a lot, these things are wonderful. And one of the best things about them is they're wonderful and they're like half the price of all those other bigger named earbud brands, and I enjoy them a great deal. Now here's the thing, guys. The holidays are coming up faster than you know. Now is the time to knock out that gift list that you've got and avoid the last minute shipping, scrambling, and all that kind of stuff, especially because right now, my viewers on the John Campea Show will get 15% off site-wide going over there and to the website at buyraycon.com. Once again, that's buyraycon.com/Campea. If you go over to buyraycon.com/Campea, you will get 15% off your orders for a limited time order. Once again, that's buyraycon.com/Campea. And once again, all of us here on the show thank Raycon for sponsoring this video. Okay, guys, with that down, let's now take care of some business, shall we?
Hold on. Someone said justice for Rhino.
Justice for Rhino. Paul Giamatti. Oh, you know what? I got to say.
The community can make that happen if they really pushed.
Oh, no. Someone will never
For a
bring that
Rhino
back.
to come back?
No
For
way.
a Rhino to come
they
back
will
into?
never do that.
They will never do Rhino again?
They will. Well, I'm not saying they'll never do Rhino again.
Not that Rhino.
Oh, like
no
a
one
different-
wants that Rhino.
Oh, like a different
We want
Rhino.
the real Rhino, because that had to be the what's it called? The guy and the Mandarin. That's the
Right.
Mandarin version.
So but Paul Giamatti was not the real Rhino.
No.
The real Rhino's pissed off.
Yeah,
There was a
Rhino's
fake
got to
Rhino.
break through some walls and just look like a Rhino.
I wouldn't mind seeing Rhino.
I love Rhino.
I would love to see Rhino versus Juggernaut.
Oh, well.
That's
further down the line.
I would like to see Rhino versus Juggernaut. That's an on-screen thing I want to see.
Or
But anyway.
Thing and Juggernaut.
Who?
And the thing from Fantastic
Well,
Four.
Thing and anybody. Thing
Yeah.
and Hulk. You know, one of the very first comic books I ever owned as a kid, it was Thing versus Hulk. It was Thing versus Hulk on the cover, and they had fight. I mean, I would like. I mean,
That's
today
it.
we know that's not a fight.
Yeah,
but
that's not
I mean,
a
at the
fight.
time, it was like, ooh, Thing versus Hulk.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now let's get down to some business, guys. We've got some passes to our private Spider-Man No Way Home screening to give out, and we've got one more to go. By the way, if you had sent in a submission and you haven't heard back yet, it's because I haven't emailed to all of our people who are getting it yet. So keep your guys' eyes open for your email later today, and you'll find out if you were one of the people who got it. But there is one spot left that we have, and it comes down to a couple people. So let's just jump over here and hear for the people. First of all, Ray is going to be representing our viewer,
Oh, it's a game.
Roman. And Roman sent this in.
All right,
Hey,
let's.
John and crew.
I'm gonna have to
Roman
close the
here,
chat real quick.
Requesting for 2 tickets to go see Spider-Man with you guys. Thanks for the opportunity, by the way. It's really cool that you guys reach out to your fans and give them opportunities to come meet you guys. We all love you. We're super excited for Spider-Man, just as much as you, probably, maybe even.
Look at those hot toys.
Oh,
I'm super hyped. I'm super excited, and double backs, by the way. My girlfriend too. So if there's an opportunity for us to go, we'd love it. Thank you so much, guys.
LA.
Okay, so Ray, you representing
Oh man.
Hot Toys Boy.
Please.
You're representing Roman.
May my guesses be 100% correct today.
100%. All right, Kim, you are going to be representing James. Let's listen to him from James here.
All right, this is my video on why I want to see Spider-Man No Way Home with you guys. My name is James. I live in Orange County, 2 hours away from where in Riverside we're going to see it. I would gladly drive 2 hours to go to Riverside.
It's
to
not
see
2
this
hours
with
from
you guys.
OC to
There's
Riverside.
no one else I want to
Well,
see this with.
the 91
My friends
sometimes.
don't really watch movies like we do, and the comic book movies like we do. I have a brand new Spider-Man Sinister Six shirt. I want to break out for this. I've been a fan for years. I would die to see this movie with you, please.
All right, so we got James and we got Brandon.
James, my OC buddy.
That's right. That's why I put him with you. Kim's from the OC as well.
Oh man.
And it is not a 2-hour drive from
No,
the
it
OC
took me 25 minutes to get here today.
Yeah,
so don't worry about the drive.
to Riverside. So we're all good. So here's what we're doing today, guys. We are playing a little game of over under.
Now I'm really competitive today, Ray. I really want to win for this dude. So
So what happens
you
is
best be shaking in your boot.
I am, because I kind of don't.
All right, the competition is fierce.
I know this
Right.
is the last ticket.
Here's how it's going to go. I'm going to give a number or a scenario with an over under. If you guys believe the answer is over, hold up your hand with with your respective toy in your hand. If you think it's under, just hold up an empty hand. Do not raise your hand until I say 3, 2, 1, raise, to make sure you're raising at the same time. Everybody's
wait.
got it?
Okay, over is with the toy.
Over is with the toy. All right,
And without.
here we go now.
And then wait.
In our first over-under question, we got 7 questions today to try to make sure we don't have a tie. In our first over-under question, the question is, in 2015, was Jurassic World's total box office over or under Fast and the Furious 7's box office? In 2015, was Jurassic World's total box office over or under Fast Furious 7's box office? And you're going to raise your hands in 3, 2, 1. Raise them up. Both of you guys are going to say over, and the answer is over. Jurassic World made $1.67 billion, while Fast and the Furious only made $1.51 billion. All right, so we're tied going into the second question. We're starting things off here with a tie. Okay, we go down into the next question now, and the next question involves our guy who's producing Spider-Man No Way Home. There's a little bit of a Spider-Man theme today, Kevin Feige. The question is this: the number of comic book movies that have been released, so not including Spider-Man No Way Home, the amount of comic book movies that have been released that Kevin Feige has been a producer on, including co-producer, executive producer, associate producer, all that kind of stuff. Over or under 39. How many comic book movies has Kevin Feige produced that have already been released? Over or under 39. And you guys are going to answer in 3, 2, 1. Raise them up. Both are going under, so it's still going to be tied regardless. The answer is over. Kevin has been a producer on over 42 comic book movies.
Oh my God.
Damn, that's a lot.
And that's not Disney Plus shows, is it?
Not Disney Plus shows,
Okay,
just
'cause I wasn't-
movies.
okay.
Just actual movies. So
Wow.
we remain tied
Oh my God.
through 2 questions.
Yes.
Through 2 questions, we're still
Ah.
tied. All
Better
right.
than
We're
losing.
3 off, man.
We move up now to question number 3. And our third question is as follows. Question: the number of movies Chris Hemsworth has been in since 2014 that he didn't play Thor in? Over or under 9. The number of movies Chris Hemsworth not playing Thor has been in since 2014. Over or under 9. And we look for the answer in 3, 2, 1. Raise them up. And again, you guys are giving the same answer. You guys are both going to say under.
I have a
And
feeling
the
it's
answer
over.
is over.
Over, I knew it.
Since
Oh,
2014,
damn it.
Chris Hemsworth has appeared
right.
in Extraction, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, Men in Black, Bad Times at the El Royale, 12 Strong, Ghostbusters, The Huntsman, Winter's War, In the Heart of the Sea, Vacation,
He's been busy.
and Black Hat. He has been very, very busy, and that is not
I
including
can't believe it.
his Thor movies.
Yeah.
And you guys are still tied.
Well, that's better than losing. Like I
Well,
said.
someone's got to win. It's a good thing I put in some extra questions this time. Okay, moving on to the next question. Question number 4. Here we go. And your question is: number of movies Sylvester Stallone has played Rocky Balboa in? Over or under 7? The number of movies Rocky Balboa that Sylvester Stallone has played Rocky Balboa in, over or under 7? And your answer in 3, 2, 1. Raise them up. And you're both saying the same answer again. You both are saying over, and the
It's
answer
probably
is
under.
over.
Oh, yes.
Stallone has appeared as Rocky 8 times, including 6 Rocky movies and 2 Creed films. So there we go. So you guys are still tied.
Oh my
Well,
God.
we'll get there.
You guys every single time have given the same answer
Oh
as
my
each other.
God.
I know, but that one.
Ray,
was kind
look
of-
over there.
Okay,
Okay.
fine,
Look to your
fine.
right.
Fine.
All right. Here we go. We've only got 1, 2, 3 questions left. We
Oh
got
my
to see
gosh.
if somebody can pull ahead here.
No, someone will.
The next question is, going to the Street Monster, Meryl Streep has been nominated at the Oscars 21 times. How many times has she won? Over or under 3.5? Meryl Streep has been nominated for 21 Oscars, but how many has she actually won? Over or under 3.5? And your answer's in 3, 2, 1. Raise them up. All right. We got
Finally.
Kim saying over, Ray saying under.
Fine.
The answer is
over.
under.
Oh my God.
Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep has won 3 Academy Awards for Kramer versus Kramer, Sophie's Choice, and The Iron Lady. So 3 Academy Awards
Oh
are on
my
her
God.
mantle.
Yes.
Ray
Oh my
races
God.
into
And the
lead.
game is over.
No, it's not over.
All right, we've got our second to final question here. And our second to final question is this: as Ray shoots into the lead.
By one.
Here it is. The number of totally Spider-Man theme today. The number of Spideys that appear in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Over or under 7? The number of Spideys that appear in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Over or under 7? And your answer in 3, 2, 1. Raise them up. Ray is saying under 7. Kim is saying
It's
over.
gonna be a tie.
The answer is over. There are 8 Spideys that appear in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
Miles
that last
Morales,
one.
Peter Parker, voiced by Chris Pine, Peter B. Parker, voiced by Jake Johnson, Spider-Man Noir by Nicolas Cage, Penny Parker, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Ham, and Spider-Man 2099, who appears at the end of the movie, is voiced by Oscar Isaac. So it is now tied up. It is tied
Oh
again.
my God.
So now we gotta go into...
I'm going to go full on Miss America.
Well,
if I
Miles
win.
technically doesn't have Spider in his name.
He's still one of the Spider-Men.
Boy,
Yeah,
if you
he's
don't quit.
Spider-Man. He's Miles Morales. He's Spider-Man. The name of the character is Spider-Man, not Miles Morales. And so it is all tied up. Heading into the final question, I never thought with 7 we might need a tiebreaker, but here
my
we
God.
go. Final question.
Oh my God.
For all the marbles. Total box office for the original 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. The total box office for the original 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, over or under $890 million.
Who am I playing for again? What's his name?
I can't remember his name. off
Well,
the top of my
sorry
head.
to whoever that is.
All right. Your answer in 3, 2, 1. Raise it up. Both of you guys are saying under, so we're going to have to go to a tiebreaker. It is under. Spider-Man made, the original Spider-Man movie made $825 million at the worldwide box office. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So
Go to
after
the tiebreaker.
7 questions, only 2 of which you guys gave different answers, we are going to have to go. I never thought we'd have to go to a
Well, it's
sudden
like
death.
a 50-50 chance.
We're
that-
twins.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to a sudden death here. Give me a second here. I'm going to come up with a sudden death box office question. Okay. Here we go.
I need sudden death music.
No.
We're going to go box office questions until one of you guys win it all. All right. The 2018 movie Deadpool 2. 2018 movie Deadpool 2. At the worldwide box office, did it make over or under $750 million? Did Deadpool 2 make over or under $750 million? Your answer in 3, 2, 1. Raise it up. Ray is saying under. Kim is saying over. In the question of was it over or under 750 million, the answer is under. It made $734 million at the box office. Ray Ora wins.
The LA Hot Toys, bro. Yeah.
I gotta turn it up. Smash.
Wins in sudden death
By a hair.
I'm so sorry.
And of course, you knew I was going to give invitations to both of them.
Oh, cars.
So
I was
yes,
Why couldn't you do it? Why
I
couldn't
was
you do that?
legit like, you know what? No, just as a host, I can bring someone. I'll just call James.
so of course, both of our guys
Oh
are
my
going to get
God.
invitations. Congratulations to both of you.
felt so
But you know, our Hot Toys guy, he
Yeah.
gets bragging rights because his champion,
does.
Yeah.
Ray, his champion.
Yeah.
I have failed.
He will
you
be
already.
allowed to buy me a bucket of popcorn.
That's right. You win the privilege
champion.
of bringing the champion,
The champion gets the popcorn.
getting the free bucket of popcorn.
How many games have we played? Like 3 or
3 or
4?
4? I can't remember.
All I know is I got
like the
2
games.
wins. Is it 2 and 1?
Good for you. I told you,
That's right.
I told you
Ray's
to
ahead
believe
of
in
the-
I'm the
yourself.
best guesser of 50-50
What's
chance.
with Ray? He wins the bet against me. He's up 2-1 against you.
I
Ray
know.
is just
My
the
predictions for
winner.
Spider-Man are gold right
The
now.
way he lives his life, 50% of the
Yeah,
time, I'm
50%
100% right.
All right.
Well, wow,
we go.
it sounds pretty sad in here now. Huh? John sounds pretty sad.
Now
Chris sounds pretty.
there's some people saying in the chat that Spider-Man made actually over 750
Oh,
million.
did it?
But I am right now, I am on Box Office Mojo, 2018 worldwide, Deadpool 2 made $734 million.
Oh, they're saying
Worldwide.
Spider-Man or Deadpool?
Or Deadpool 2. Yeah, Deadpool 2. Deadpool. Maybe the first Deadpool might have made more than that. But yes, Deadpool 2 made, here it is right here on Box Office Mojo. It made $734 million.
Even if it's wrong, the main point is both these people get to go.
Yeah, but everybody gets to go, and there we are. All right. Now, guys, with that all down and out of the way, we're going to start hearing from you guys. First, we're going to start with your comments. If you guys got a comment, I'm going to keep the super chat open here just for another minute or two. If you're watching live, and only if you're watching live, use the super chat feature in the YouTube live chat. If you got a question, go ahead and fire it in to the tip link below. We'll get to it either today or in an upcoming companion video. So let's jump over here. Kim, what do we've got from as far as comments go from people?
Okay, this is from Johnny Got Lost. Did you see that in an interview with Collider, Tom Holland said that John Watts' original pitch for Spidey 3 was Kraven the Hunter as the villain?
You know, I don't think it was the original pitch. I think it was the backup pitch. I think it was if they couldn't make the Spider-Man No Way Home concept work the way they wanted to do it, then that was the pitch. I don't think Sony would have let them do it because they've already got their own plans for Kraven. But I think that was their backup plan. Yeah. All right. What's next?
A. Marcellus says, the sixth villain in No Way Home is Amy Pascal's hair.
Aw.
But seriously, she looked wacky in that interview. I think Electro got to her.
Let's not make fun of the laser hair.
Amy, girl, you do you.
That's right.
You feeling fierce, you do you. Crinkles and all, girl. You get it.
All
Get
right,
it.
what's next?
Steve Cunnin sends in an 1155 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Hi, John Kim and Chef Ray Pleasure. Greetings
Chef
from
Pleasures.
the Netherlands. Because of pandemic restrictions, it was uncertain if No Way Home would even come out. The theaters only open from 7 a.m. till 5 a.m.
Probably meant PM.
PM. Okay. By now, I was considering crossing the border into Belgium,
Wow.
which is a 75-mile drive. Well, guess what? They just went on sale without warning, and I got my tickets for a 7:10 a.m. screening, followed by a 7:30 a.m.
Nice.
screening.
The important thing here, Steve, is that you were able to get your tickets. You're going to be able to see it. And, Belgium's. I once drove over 2,000 miles
Oh, yes.
to watch Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Because when it was opening, I didn't want to see it just anywhere. I wanted to watch it on my favorite movie theater, and I drove 2,000 miles to go watch my first screening of the new Star Wars movie on that.
Wow.
So you drive on into Belgium if you have to, but no, I'm glad you got your tickets, man. All right, what's next?
Steve Cunnin says, I can't wait for the big surprises.
Yeah, big surprises.
Love you guys. Really enjoy these shows. Bring on the filthy.
Thank you, Steven. It's good to have you here, man. I cannot wait for us all to see this movie. All right, what's next?
Sidious Swift says, we live in a twilight world.
I don't know what that means.
But all
I'll
right, I
agree.
feel you. Yeah,
feel
man.
you.
Twilight all day.
What's next?
Sidious Swift says, I predict Tony Stank from another universe appears.
Stank, yes, this is Tony Stank. I'm never gonna let you live that down. Yeah, I think so too. I really do. I think we're gonna get another version of Tony Stark coming through. All right, what's next?
John Redcorn says, with Venom, Morbius, Craven, and maybe Vulture, I'm starting to think Sony is building to a Sinister Six film, which could be Sony-verse version of Avengers.
As do I. As do I.
Everybody's been predicting it's gonna be Sinister Six. And I'm not saying they won't, but I have my doubts because Sony got bit hard in the ass when they tried to build a Sinister Six before. And I think they might be like, let's just have a lot of good villains and not worry about Sinister Six. You don't agree, Ray?
Spider-Man and Venom need people to fight, and that's what
But do they have to team up?
they don't have to team up, but they're.
But did you have to call them the Sinister Six?
No. I'm definitely against calling them the Sinister anything or even six of them. But they are forming a group that will be the foes against
All right.
Venom and Spider-Man these next three films.
All right.
Spider-Man films.
What's next?
Dante Serechia says, hi guys, Tony may be right. At the safe house in Age of Ultron, the Avengers meet Clint's wife.
Yes.
Tony says, this is an agent of some kind. Love it. Bring on the filthy.
I mean, we were talking about Hawkeye the other night. It's like now there's Hawkeye's wife is getting more and more interesting
she is.
all the time.
Yes.
And now, like we were even contemplating last night that yesterday, the watch is about her.
Yes, I think so. I 100% think so.
Could be. I still think there's a good chance it connects Clint to being Ronin, but the watch connecting to her,
She speaks
that's
a different
very,
language,
very good
like-
theory. Yeah.
Did we figure out what language that was she was speaking?
German.
Oh, homegirl.
She was speaking German.
Not only is she ride or die, she's got some stuff going on.
Yeah, she does. All right, what's next?
Mr. Honor 2 says, got tickets for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. And Friday, I'm watching it twice. Once in IMAX. Big surprises,
That's
baby.
awesome. Good on you, dude. I'm going to see it
Man.
twice the first day myself, but I am looking forward to it. Good on you, Mr. R, for getting
Another
those.
prediction.
What's
this
that?
movie's gonna be awful.
Terrible movie. Terrible movie that we all got to watch multiple times because we've all bought like 6 sets of tickets already. All right, what's next?
All right. Thank you so much, David Steele, for sending in a super chat.
Thank you, David.
Dalton Gray says, Chef Pleasures got big surprises. You the man, John.
Oh man.
Rylan Holman says, just watched the National Championships trailer with J.K. Simmons. Looks really good.
The what?
National
National
Champions.
What's National Champions?
I think I saw that.
I'm not familiar with it.
Is it a movie
I
or
think
a
it's
sport?
I think it's a sports movie.
Is it a sports movie?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what it is.
Let me actually get into my little
Yeah,
thing
Ray,
I
you
call
look
the
that up.
internet.
We're going to keep going on here, but
Yeah,
Ray,
yeah.
you look that up. All right, what's next?
Fanimator says, I rewatched all of WandaVision last night, and it's the best Disney
Wow.
Plus show without question. Such creative writing. Absolutely loved watching it again.
Yeah, listen, I am completely with you. I think, look, I have liked Falcon the Winter Soldier. I liked Loki. I've gotten around to start liking Hawkeye, but none of them come close to WandaVision for me. Like that one is just on a whole different level. And by the way, did you see the AFI, the American Film Institute, every year they name the 10 best movies of the year and the 10 best TV shows of the year. They don't rank them. They just say, these are the 10 best movies. These are the 10 best. They just ranked WandaVision in the as one of the 10
Really?
as the best show
On AFI.
in television for the AFI. Yes, they did. Good honor, big honor for the folks behind WandaVision. Good on you
Wow,
guys.
as my friend Nikki Cage would say, high praise.
High praise
High
indeed.
praise.
All right, Ray, do you got an answer on that?
Yeah, it is a movie. I'm just trying to see if it's in theaters or if it's on a streaming platform. But yeah, it is a movie.
Okay, it is.
College football movie with J.K. Simmons looking like he's the coach.
I didn't think you'd be a player. J.K. Simmons is a college wide receiver.
Or like a
Oh,
recruiter.
yes.
Maybe a recruiter or something like that. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. I know exactly what this is
I'm
about.
not familiar with it. That one's
It's
going
about
on
a
my radar.
player who feels like there's some discrimination going on, and
Oh, I
he's real
see.
hot, and so he gets this great deal, and the coaches are like, "You a man," and he goes, "Yeah, guess what? I'm protesting." And it's kind of a social justice
Is it
sports
based on
movie.
true story? Do we know, or is it a?
You know, I'm not
it's
sure.
fiction.
I'm
All
not
right,
sure.
interesting. I'll have to keep my eye open for it. All right, what's next?
Guillaume Labelle says 7 days until big surprises. Hi.
It's 7 days. The countdown has begun. It's no longer theoretical. It's no longer hypothetical. It's not sometime in the
I
future.
can't believe
It
it's
is
7 days.
1 week from today.
Holy
One
cow.
week from today. You guys and I will be sitting in this room 1 week from this very moment, heading into the final stretch of that day's show, and then we'll be getting into a car and driving over to the theater to go watch Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's Thursday,
1
right?
week from
I'm most
today.
excited to see our fans and experience it with
Yeah,
them. I'm
man.
so
It's fun,
excited.
too.
It's
I'm
going to
so
be hell
excited.
on Tuesday and Wednesday with this chat room, especially if they show the movie on Monday.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough.
It's going
It's gonna be tough.
Man, I don't even want to read some, but I have to.
right.
We'll see.
What's next?
The man with the master plan says, I meant to say Ray and Hot Kim are awesome yesterday and not
Oh.
Ray.
Ray Money.
Yeah,
Money.
no one finds me.
Hot
even
Kim are
remotely
awesome.
hot.
No offense to Ray. Keep up the good work, guys.
I knew that sounded strange.
All right, what's next?
Christopher Good. Yeah, that's what it says. Really hope they do the point meme if Andrew and Toby appear. Got my tickets for Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. What if Doc Ock is not the main antagonist?
I'll tell you right now. Look, I could have put this under my things. Doc Ock isn't the main antagonist. Doc Ock is going to be a good guy. He's going to end up fighting alongside of Spider-Man against those. I don't think that's much of a question. I don't think they're going to be doing the pointing thing. I think that's just too silly. I mean, if they can find a creative way to do it, maybe. But I think that'll just be too silly. So what do you think, Kim?
Just real quick, is that one kid that was like, Spider-Man, do a flip, that we also saw in Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi?
I wonder if he's going to be like, Spider-Man's.
Was he?
Yeah.
Shang-Chi?
So the guy on the bus filming the fight going, yo, what's up, everybody?
Oh,
I'm
I didn't
doing this."
even notice.
Yo,
That's
what's up? I
Spider-Man
did take
do a flip
karate
guy.
as a youth.
Yep.
That's cool.
I think he'll show up in a really funny way.
I think that'd be really fun.
Add
if
that
they
to my
did.
list.
All right. By the way, guys, in about 30 seconds, I'm going to turn off the super chat because there's a lot of comments already fired in. So if you still want to get one in, you got about 30 seconds to do it, and then I'm going to turn it off. All right, what's next?
Michael Serta said, forgive me if this is common knowledge, but I just found out yesterday that back in the 90s, there was a DC versus Marvel comic series.
Yeah, so basically the idea of this series, it was really it was just fun. I mean, whatever. So basically imagine this. There's this omnipotent being, right? And there's these two universes, but one of them has to be destroyed. And one is the Marvel universe, one is the DC universe. And they decide to settle it by getting champions from each side to battle each other. And then whoever won the most battles, their side wins. So they had Superman versus Hulk. I believe they had Wolverine versus Lobo. They had Wonder Woman versus Storm. They had Jubilee versus Robin. I think it was Batman. I think Batman fought Captain America.
Yeah,
I could be. I think it was that one. And then basically what they did was they had the readers kind of vote on each fight. And I think DC's universe won the fight. But then, of course, at the end, they found a way to save both universes, of course. But yeah, that was a series that Marvel and DC did together. It was dumb, but it was fun. It was kind of fun for them to do. All right, what's next?
Double B Studio says, ketchup and eggs, man shooting hot laser ketchup out of his mouth hits the lizard from No Way Home trailer.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go watch that movie. I'm going to skip that movie. All right, what's next?
Ruben Donglen Jr. says, Ray, John, and Kim, thanks for making my mornings working from home so great. Next bet that John loses, he needs to eat balut,
Balut.
Filipino delicacy.
Oh my God! I just thinking about you trying to eat that.
Nobody
What
likes
is it?
balut. Like not even a lot of Filipinos.
I like the egg
balut.
part, but until I found out what was in there, I was like, no.
What is it?
No.
It's like a chicken, but the fetus,
Embryo.
and then they some people actually eat it in the dark. My dad used to turn off the light and used to do it. But the egg inside is pretty good. I thought the egg part was pretty good until I found out what it was.
By the way, speaking of Filipino food, we had Jollibees last night.
Oh, you
we
did?
went, oh yeah, just so you guys know,
I've had
Ann
that.
and I went over to Aaron and Tom's house last night.
Oh, you guys went.
Yep.
Oh.
Ann and I went over to Aaron and Tom's last night. We
Stop,
got to
baby,
meet
baby.
baby Degnan.
Oh.
I'm still not going to tell you the baby's name because Aaron's going to record a message to send in for you guys, and she'll let you guys know baby Degnan's name and all that kind of stuff. But I got to hold baby Degnan and hang out with baby Degnan, and of
Cute.
course with Joey Bishop as well. I got to hang out with Joey
Yes.
Bishop, and we picked up Jollibees. And we
Fried
had a bunch of
chicken?
Jolly, no holla holla, but we had Jollibees last night, which is really good. All right, what's next?
John Redcorn says, what if Roman Reigns punched Lizard in the trailer? Just kidding.
Superman punch.
Superman punch.
Hoo-ah.
Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. All right, what's next?
Thuthia says, will Peter leave a way to a different reality?
Yes, I believe. Like right now, my guess is, although it could go either way, but my guess is and has been for a long time, that either in Spider-Man No Way Home or in Doctor Strange 2, he will exit out of the MCU and go over to Sony. And I think he's going to go back and forth. Because remember, Kevin Feige said Spider-Man is going to be the one hero that can travel back and forth between cinematic universes. So I believe either in Spider-Man No Way Home or in Doctor Strange 2, it's going to conclude with him going over into the Sonyverse. Maybe not in this one, but maybe in the next one. So it could be this one. All right, what's next?
Scotty H says, hey, John, wanted to thank you for saying Arcane is the animated Game of Thrones. That was enough to get my wife interested. She loved it. Can't wait for season 2.
I am so happy. In the past week, I've introduced 2 of my friends to Arcane, where I literally just sat them down and said, I just want you to watch the first 5 minutes. And they watched it and they were like, all right, I'm sold. I'm going to check this out. I am shocked. I had no interest in that show, and I now think it is the greatest animated series ever. I mean, yeah.
I loved it.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is really good. It is. I'm not taking away from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm not taking away from anything like that. But this is the greatest animated show ever made. And I thought it looked dumb. I had no interest in this thing. And
Netflix with the W.
yeah, big W
You
on
know,
this
some
one.
of their animated stuff is I watched, like they even have a Pacific Rim series. I think
Yeah,
it's called.
I
Pacific-
remember you were watching.
Yeah,
that over
yeah.
there.
So they're getting some properties.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
Wanda Blackwell 90 sends in a super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Drew W says, hello all, love the show. Thanks for helping me get through the holiday Thanks for helping me get through the work day. Thanks to Ray for ruining the phrase "big surprises." Happy holidays.
Whenever come on, be honest now. Whenever any of you read the phrase or hear somebody say, "Oh, big surprises," in your head, all you hear is Ray Aura.
No, or they say it.
But the way you do it, that's all you hear is big surprises now. It's totally forever. It's a forever thing now. All right, what's next?
Double B Studios says, as I'm watching your show, I'm enjoying animal style burger and fries at your favorite burger joint.
Woo!
Yum, love me some soggy bun and stale fries.
First of all, let me just give a serious public service announcement here for a second.
Okay.
About what the hell's the place called again?
In-N-Out.
It is a national treasure.
I'm actually
going to
get that after work today. I'm actually going to go and get that.
High five.
For the Video Game Awards, buddy.
Hey, you're going to watch over here. I'm going to watch you eat them. All right, look, seriously. Come on, guys. This is all a part of a big national joke.
Oh, my God.
People pretending that In-N-Out burger. Now, look, In-N-Out burger is not ketchup on eggs. I don't vomit at the idea. I have eaten when I've been in a fix and Ann and I are really hungry, I'll eat an In-N-Out burger.
How dare you, good sir.
But they're crusty, stale, but John, they're toasted. No, I know the difference between toasted and stale.
Oh, my God. The war is about to take
They're
place.
rock hard, bang them on the table, stale buns.
No.
They're disgustingly wet cardboard fries. I'm sorry, you give me Five Guys, you give me Red Robin, hell, you give me McDonald's.
Ew, that's not
McDonald's
even real
fries
food.
Well, with fries, no, I'm talking burgers.
I agree with you with the fries a little bit. Sometimes In-N-Out fries kind of taste a little dry or may not be like real fries, but the burger, come on.
Nah.
It's fresh.
Oh,
Fresh, Thousand Island.
5-day-old buns. All right, whatever. And my wife loves In-N-Out burger.
And
Like
we
my wife
plot, and me and Ann plot every day.
You do.
How to slip a burger, and you go not think it's In-N-Out, and you say you like it, and we're like, got him.
It ain't gonna happen.
We do plot that. But
I have no doubt. I have no doubt you two do. All right, what's next? Freaking Filipino siblings. All right, what's next?
Tim Platt sends in a $9.99 super chat. Thank you. No Way Home is either going to be the perfect start to next weekend, or it's going to pull me out of my day's long bad mood, depending on how Sunday goes against the Dallas Cowpies. Can't wait.
Who are the Cowboys playing this weekend? I don't like
Why are
the
you looking at
Cowboys.
me? I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the Cowboys at all. I kind of sell. It's funny because I like a lot of their players, but I just don't like the team. Like I always cheer when the Cowboys lose. I'm always happy when they lose.
oh wow,
I don't like the Cowboys.
they're all gonna have In-N-Out.
And it's funny because like even back when like Tony Romo
Giants.
they're playing
New
the
York
Giants.
Giants.
Oh. Yeah,
December
I got
19th.
bad news for you, Tim. The Cowboys are going to roll over the Giants this week.
But the Giants kind of have a number on the Cowboys sometimes, even with
Sometimes
nobody.
they do. Yeah.
Sunday Night Football too.
All right, here we go. What's next?
TR Noir sent in a $19.99 super
Thank
chat.
you, TR
so
Noir.
much. With 2 Venom films, Morbius on the way and Craven in the works, we're almost ahead of how many Spider-Man films there will be. I hope they don't do the anti-heroes film versus the Sinister Six instead of Spider-Man.
Oh, I think that would be great. Are you kidding me? I don't think it's what they're going to do. But you give me a movie of Morbius, Venom, and Craven the Hunter teaming up against like an Electro or a Rhino or whoever else you want to put in there. Sign me up for that. I'm not saying that would be better than Spider-Man, but I'm saying I have never even considered that, TR.
Are they actually a
It used to
team,
be-
the anti-hero team?
In the comics?
Oh, yeah.
I don't, well, I mean, look,
Morbius, Venom.
Morbius has worked alongside of Spider-Man and
Oh,
stuff
okay.
like that. They've fought Spider-Man. They have fought alongside Spider-Man different times. But yeah, I mean, I'd never even thought about that before, TR, but sign me up. I think that actually sounds great to me. But I'm sure Spider-Man would be a part of that too, somehow, way, shape, or form. All right, what's next?
Suthius says, over under 65, that Sandman or Lizard is actually Mysterio.
I go under. I think he really is dead. I don't think Mysterio's in this movie. I think he's gone. So I'm gonna go well under 65%. All right, what's next?
K Nikio says, from next Monday, I'll be away from social media. Bye.
I think you're not alone, man.
I wish.
Starting Monday,
I-
don't expect me to be on Instagram. Don't expect me to be on I've waited too long to have stuff spoiled.
Yeah.
I've
And
just
so
waited
here's
too
what I
long.
would suggest. Unless you're very, very self-disciplined, even to viewers of the John Campea Show, I would say, come watch the show, turn off the live chat. I don't know if you guys knew you could do that. You can go over and just disable the live chat so you don't see the live chat so nothing can be spoiled for you.
Nice.
But I hate saying that about my own show, but you might want to come watch the show and just turn off the live chat.
Okay, I'll do that, John.
Ray still has to monitor the live chat. Ray will still be in there getting all
The pitfall.
spoiled. All right, what's next?
Fry Mini says, I love Zevia. Z root beer plus Halo top float equals yum.
Yep, them cheap bastards got to sponsor me because you're only drinking it because I told you about it. Come on, Zevia. All right, what's next?
Run Boy Prod says, what if it's one of the Spider-Men that actually died?
It's absolutely possible. Ray was saying earlier, give them a proper send-off. Maybe that's a good heartfelt goodbye going back into their own universe. Maybe it's a heartfelt goodbye as one of them dies being a hero. Could be. Ray, do you think they just go? Or do you think they die?
I say a goodbye as in like, but I didn't never said I thought one of them would die. It's just some
Right.
sort of goodbye.
But you could give a goodbye
Yeah.
with one of them.
Whether
dying.
they walk it back into wherever they came from, their time,
Right.
or they just say, "Hey, this is your responsibility now."
Yeah.
Both of them, and
I dig it.
You know, that's the way it's gonna be with me. That's the way I think it's gonna.
All right,
go.
what's next?
Elizabeth Gerardo says, I think Mysterio is still involved. I'm just saying.
I mean, I know some people are. I really don't think so. I really don't. But we'll find out. We're going to find out in just 7 days.
No 7 days.
Elizabeth, just 7 days. We'll find out.
Stop thinking about it.
All right. What's next with our Giants loving Tim?
Tim Platt says, someone close to Peter dying. Sad surprises.
Yeah, surprise. I just look. I don't think it's going to be Happy because I think Happy still has a role to play in the MCU overall. But I think Aunt May, MJ, Ned. I think one of them's going to bite the dust. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I hope they all live. I like all of them.
But I think whoever's death it is, it's gonna step up the Spider-Man's game to another level. You know what I
think
mean?
so too. He hasn't suffered huge loss.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, it's gonna step up his game.
All right. What's next?
Michael Cerda says, the past 5 years and moving forward have been a great time to be a Spidey fan.
Listen, I'd say this: the last 20 years. You know, pretty soon it's going to be 20 years since Sam Raimi's Spider-Man came out, and like, really for the first time, brought the magic of Spider-Man to the big screen, and kind of gave a Spider-Man that for a long time, for anybody like older than like 35. You probably never thought would really see Spider-Man on the big screen like that. Like there was some older stuff in like the 80s and 70s. It was like, choo-choo, and like whatever. It's like, look at me climbing. That was always looked nonsense. But to actually see Spider-Man web slinging and swinging through the city and all that kind of stuff, it has been a great time. I mean, for those of you who are like, you'll never understand like guys like Robert Meyer Burnett and others and John Schnepp who like grew up thinking there would never be a day that you would see something like that. It is a great couple of decades to be a Spider-Man fan.
Yep.
All right, what's next?
Dante Cerecchia says, hi again. Predictions. 3 Peters, 1 Strange, no Venom, no Miles, no Sinister Six, good Doc Ock, 2 deaths, a Spidey death, 2 secret cameos, Mysterio.
Wow, he's packed a lot in there.
Wow, that was great. That made sense.
That's a good. All right, I like it. Dante. All right, what's next?
Al Renshaw says, you see Bobby Wagner take on Mayo, worst condiment and doesn't belong on much.
I don't understand what that means at all.
Bobby Wagner's take on Mayo. Bobby Wagner.
Yep.
Who took on Mayo?
Yeah, man.
I love Mayo. Mayo is the jizz of
Let's
the
see.
gods.
Yeah,
All
go
right,
ahead.
what's next? Oh, sorry.
Use of the God. Jesus, man.
Came out of nowhere with that.
Oh, Seahawks linebacker Bobby Wagner's food takes draws response from Mayo brand because I guess he commented on the gross condiment.
Oh, well, he's a fool.
I know.
He's a fool.
Oh my gosh. Sam
next?
Malabi says, it's too early to show Miles in a live action.
I would say it's not too early to do that. I just don't think it's in Sony's plans right now.
And they haven't
I-
casted him. That's my problem.
And-
I mean, that we know of.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
what's next?
Okay. Chris Lambert says, Emma Stone as Spider-Gwen.
I'm not. I would love that.
Yeah.
She
had her
is.
baby?
She is quietly
She had her baby. Okay.
emerged as one of the best actresses in the world.
Oh yes.
And I would totally be down. I loved her Gwen Stacy. And I'll tell you what else. her for many, many, many years, her relationship with the Andrew Garfield Peter Parker was my favorite. I mean, even in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, their scenes together are great. I mean, you can think what you want about the movie overall, about The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and the way they handled Electro and whatever, but everything about the relationship between Andrew, and I hate romantic relationships in comic book movies, but everything about that relationship was always gold. It just worked. I would love to see it. I don't think they're going to do it, but I would love to see it. All right, what's next?
Alex Von Gollum says, "Hi team. I think the first scene of the latest trailer is by the end of the flick. Spidey looks devastated. Maybe it caused MJ, Ned, or Aunt May to die."
Could be in the second act, first act. We'll find out in 1 week, Alex. All right, what's next?
Right. Ryan Newsom sends in a $20 super chat.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for supporting our channel on that level.
This is a different topic, but I was thinking with this whole multi-universe thing, the way to bring X-Men to the MCU is have a cut from X-Men Days of Futures Past for an entry. Thoughts?
I mean, look, that's one of the theories that's been kind of floated out there before. I mean, that also brings with it some problems and possibilities. You know, by the way, you know, a lot of people think that the multiverse is here to stay. I have said for a long time now that I think Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be Doctor Strange shutting down the multiverse for the most part. Because think about this, if he does not, every movie going forward is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Exactly.
Every movie is Spider-Man No Way Home.
We will have this discussion on every
It just the whole MCU will become a joke.
Well, Lou Ferrigno coming to the next Hulk. It won't stop. It will not stop.
Yeah. So, but anyway, back to you, Ryan. Listen, that theory is as good as any theory I've heard. The only theory that I've heard that I really like is the whole thing with the Statue of Liberty thing and Magneto completing his plan from the original X-Men film and creating mutants that may have been. I mean, that's good. But I haven't come up with anyone's better. So yours one is just as solid as anyone I've heard so far, Ryan. So anyway, thanks for putting that in. And thanks for supporting our channel on that level, Ryan. We really appreciate that, man. All right, what's next?
Sebastian Gonzalez says, "Really wish I could watch No Way Home with y'all, but I live in Connecticut." Is that it? LOL. It would be a dope experience, especially with Ray. Big surprises. God bless.
I don't want you to do this, Ray. I don't want you to do this. But I could totally see what happening if, like, we're watching the movie and Miles Morales comes through a corner and there's a dead silence and all of a sudden you just hear Ray in the theater. Big surprise! Like every time.
Do you know I've already thought about that several times.
All right, what's next?
Levi Schoen says, "Did the Spider-Man theater contest end already?
Yes.
Also, bring on the filthy Spider-Man No Way Home."
So excited for it. And yes, I said we did stop taking in submissions quite a while ago. Like we only had submissions were open for a day or two. And then we had a lot of submissions. So we were only picking out of those ones. But yes, cannot wait. Spider-Man No Way Home almost here, only a week away. All right, what's next?
Taurus Clark says, "That scene on the rooftop with all three Spider-Men unmasked has to end with Tom screaming big surprises. My mask is magic." Toby and Andrew go, "WTF was that?"
By the way, I believe Toby and Andrew are in this movie. I've said that for a while. I've said that for a long time. I have recently been given some information.
Don't.
No spoilers here. No spoilers. But you know, when I put out that picture of the three Spider-Men, believing it was fake, I've just been given some information that picture may very well be fake. That what we see in that picture is not what we're going to see in the movie. Now, I don't know that. I certainly hope that's the case. But I've just been given some information that may imply that that's not, that I was right, that particular image is fake. Oh my God, if we find out that image was indeed fake, I'm going to go on the biggest fucking I told you so world tour that there has ever been in the world. I mean, it very well could be real because, I mean, why would studios contact me and say, "Oh, hey man, you might want to pull that picture now." But I've just been given some information that they may not be. And I'm going to be very happy if that happens. Anyway, all right, what's next?
Joshua Mickle says, "Trailers and spots suggest that Happy, May, MJ, and Ned will die. If all die, my heart is going to be crushed. And if at the hands of Goblin, wow.
I don't see how the trailers have implied that all of them die. It gives me a sense that there's definitely a tragedy. I mean, we see that one shot in the trailer of Goblin throwing his one bomb. Peter desperately trying to catch it and stop it, and he does, and the explosion goes off. What was he throwing that bomb at, and who did he exploded? Who did he exploded? There's a t-shirt right
Who
there.
did he exploded?
Who did he exploded? So I don't think they've implied that all of them die, but oh my gosh, if they kill all of them, hey,
That would be a reason.
full marks to
that
Sony
would
and
be
Marvel for
brutal.
being balls
Like an
to that.
Infinity War moment where you're like, wait, did
Did everybody just
everyone just
snap?
disappear?
That one would be more than that, though, because like Infinity War,
Yeah.
like these are people exploding. There's no coming back from exploding.
Well,
your
it is
bodies.
Marvel. I mean, everybody
But
can come back from
They're
anything.
not superheroes either.
Well, they're not. All right, what's next?
Kunal Dixit says, if Tony forgot Peter's identity, could it mean he never helped in Avengers Endgame?
There is one problem with that. Tony dead.
Tony dead.
I don't know how Tony can forget Peter's identity. Tony dead.
Tony dead.
So there's a bigger problem there at hand than him forgetting. So I would not worry about that one. All right,
Zombie
what's next?
Iron Man.
Ismail Montoya says, really, John? Iron Man back? You know something.
Dude, listen, I've been saying forever. Look, I've been saying literally for years.
He has.
That number one, like ever since Endgame, Robert Downey Jr. will be back. Chris Evans will be back. It may not be in 1 year, may not be in 2 years, may not be in 3 years. They will be back. I've been saying that since the premiere of Avengers Endgame. So no, there's nothing there about knowing any inside information. They'll just be back. I'm telling you. All right, what's next?
Okay, thank you so much to Noah AG and Herb Wade for sending in super
Thanks,
chats.
guys.
Holland Love says, 1, Strange is either a variant or under some sort of mind control.
Nah.
2, Spider-Gwen saves MJ.
That'll be huge.
3, Maguire is an Uncle Ben. And 4, Wanda shows up in credits.
Yes, I'm going to go with she doesn't. But, I mean, look, you're not crazy to think that she is. I mean, Kevin Feige said, Wanda, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange 2, one story arc. We've had Wanda. Now, that didn't mean we had Doctor Strange, because how many people were 100% convinced that Doctor Strange was going to show up in WandaVision?
That's
lot.
true. That is at least the end credit. At least.
At least. All the people, I mean, not all, but so many people in our spoiler discussions say, oh yeah, Doctor Strange 2, John, because Kevin Feige said that this is part of the same story arc. And yes, but that doesn't mean they have to appear. And sure enough, he didn't. So I'm going to lean towards they're not going to pop up Wanda even in the post-credit scene. But I mean, they could. You're not crazy for thinking that they will. I won't be surprised if they do. All right, what's next?
Frostbit 3 says, I think it would be cool if we see a blonde Tom Holland as Ben Reilly in an alternate reality where Doctor Strange refuses to help Peter with the spell.
Now you're introducing far too many storylines. Bringing in different characters for the same storyline, easy, no problem. You can have 50 characters and it's totally fine. That's why they were able to do it with Infinity War. That's why they were able to do it with Endgame. That's why they could do it with X-Men Days of Future Past. But now you start bringing in Ben Reilly. Now you're introducing entirely new storylines. For those of you who don't know, Ben Reilly is kind of an infamous character. And so I really like Ben Reilly, just so you know, but he's kind of a little bit of an infamous character with a lot of Spider-Man fans because he comes from a storyline called the Clone Saga. And what happened in the Clone Saga was Peter Parker discovers that he's not actually Peter Parker. That years earlier in another storyline, the real Peter Parker was replaced with a clone.
Oh.
And all these years, this Spider-Man that people have been reading for years hasn't actually been the real Peter Parker. And he just finds that out himself. And then the real Peter Parker comes back. This fake Peter Parker takes on the name Ben Reilly, an homage to Uncle Ben and stuff like that. And he becomes a new hero called the Scarlet Spider. And he wears a very Spider-Man similar looking outfit and stuff like that. But it was kind of all red and stuff like that. Anyway, I personally really like Ben Reilly. And I personally like the Clone Saga, whereas most people really hated it because like, oh, you're telling me this Peter Parker I've been reading this whole time wasn't Peter Parker. And I get that. But the problem again is Number one, nobody in the audience knows who Ben Reilly. Honest time. Either of you ever heard of Peter Parker or Ben Reilly?
I
I've
have
heard of Ben
not.
Reilly.
Okay, you've heard of Ben
No.
Reilly.
Yeah.
Did you know who he was though?
No, you just explained to me.
Right. So I think the huge majority of the audience wouldn't even have any idea who Ben Reilly is. And at that point, you're introducing not just another character, you're introducing an entire storyline. And I don't think they can go there. I
that's
don't
not a
think they
smart
can go
move.
there. All right, what's next?
Miguel Angel Navarro says Spider-Man 2099 will come from the future to save the other Spider-Man. No identity reveal.
Nah, they're using Spider-Man 2099, obviously, in the animated stuff, so I don't think we're going to see any Spidey 2099 here. All right, maybe an Easter egg, but I don't think we're going to see Spidey 2099. All right, what's next?
Al Renshaw says we all know Toby and Andrew are in it.
Everybody's known
We
it
all
forever.
know. We all know.
Forever. Except for Kim, of course. And she's going to look like the smartest person in the room if it turns out they're not. All right, what's that? And shit. If Matthew McConaughey shows up in this movie as Uncle Ben, there is no way. I don't believe you're secretly dating John Watts on the side. There is no way.
I'm not.
If
Promise.
Matthew McConaughey shows up and this is Uncle Ben, there is no way I'm going to believe that came from your dream.
My
You
dreams
do something.
My dreams are powerful.
Well, I'm going to
okay?
believe in all of your dream power
They're
after
powerful.
that. All right, what's next?
It's me. I'm new Spider-Man. Sidious Swift says, I don't think Venom will be in No Way Home. I think the end credit scene was to build a bridge for Spider-Man's future Sony debut.
I mean, look, that is not a bad line of thinking because that did that, right? That post-credit scene in Venom 2, it does open that bridge. It shows that there a way for swapping of cinematic universes to happen. So you could be right, but I still feel pretty confident Venom's going to be. Because remember, that movie ends with Venom sitting in a room in the MCU. I don't think he's going to be staying there for long, but that's where that movie ended. And so he's there. It's not just an open door. He's actually there. So I don't know. But you might be right, Sidious. Let's see what happens. All right, what's next?
Hero75 says, I think we will see the clip Sony release for Across the Spider-Verse as one of the end credit scenes.
Why would they show as an end credit scene something that had already been released publicly a week earlier? So I don't know. Maybe they'll show a different clip because remember at the end of Venom they showed a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse promo. Maybe they do that here. That's possible because this movie is a Sony movie, so that's possible. But I don't think it'll be the same clip they've already revealed to the entire public. All right, what's next?
Dukes is here, says, with the runtime being 2 hours and 14 minutes, I kind of worried there won't be enough time to flesh out all of these characters. Raimi Spider-Man 3 vibes.
Flesh out what characters? Tom Holland's Peter, we've had 2 movies to have him fleshed out. We already know Doc Ock. We already know the Electro. We already know Happy and we know Aunt May. We know MJ and we know Ned. We know if they are in there, as we all suspect they are, we already know Peter Spider-Man. We already know Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. We already know Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. At this point, it's not about fleshing them out. It's just about now adding, giving new little dimension. We don't have to be introduced, given a backstory for, understand the motivations of, and get to know who this character is. That's all already been done. That's why in Endgame, you could bring in 55 different characters because it's characters we already know. We know them. New characters bringing in, that's different. That you got to do a little bit of building there. But yeah, I'm not worried about that here at all. I'm honestly not worried about that here at all. Dukes is here. Now, that's not saying this movie's going to be great. This movie might suck. This movie could be bad. They could make a lot of mistakes and drop the ball in a lot of different ways. But not having enough time to flesh out characters that are already fleshed out, I'm not worried about that. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not worried about that. But let's see what happens, man. Thanks for writing that in and giving us your thoughts, dude. All right, what's next?
Spencer Nielsen says, I watched the original West Side Story yesterday and I loved it.
Nice.
A spectacular production, one of the coolest movies I've seen. Russ Tamblyn owns the movie. Can't wait to see the new one tonight.
I am also gonna go see the new one tonight. And listen, yeah, it is tied for the second most Academy Award wins by any movie in history. The first one, 3 different films have won 11. And then West Side Story won 10, including Best Picture at the Academy Awards. So this new one has a lot to live up to. I'm excited about seeing it tonight. All right, what's next?
Suthius says, possible that Green Goblin or one of them was pulled into this reality years ago, but because of all the superheroes flying around, he laid low.
If you look at how Sony managed multiverse in Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, all those different Spideys got dragged into Miles's reality at different points in time. They didn't all pop up at the same time. Even though the event happened at once, Spider-Gwen showed up before Peter B. Parker showed up. She had actually been around for a while already and had gone to the school. Spider-Ham, Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, they all showed up at different times. So yeah, and Venom got dragged. He popped up when Peter got revealed to be Spider-Man.
True.
So it can happen. They can say they could be a goblin has actually been in this reality for 4 months. It could be Doc Ock just came through as the movie start. I mean, it could do that. So those are theories that are viable.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So what's next?
Sam Sprill says, greetings from South Africa.
Nice.
One of my big predictions is no Toby and Andrew, but I do believe Venom will appear. Everything else is 50-50 for me.
All right. Well, we got somebody else who doesn't think Toby and Andrew are appearing. Thanks for sending that in, Sam. All right. What's next?
Dante Cereccia says, they're coming in and I can't stop them. Credits.
Oh, you think that's the last moment of the film?
That would hurt.
That would hurt.
That wouldn't just hurt. That would suck.
That would freaking
That would be
suck.
pretty cheap.
Because then we're really like, who? We've been saying who for 9 months.
But would you
then
be
we're gonna
surprised?
go, who?
I
Would
would.
you would?
I would. I don't think Kevin Feige would do that.
Please don't do that.
I don't think Sony would do. I don't think Kevin Feige's never given us an ending. Like even Infinity War had a definitive ending. The bad guy won. The end. And then we had another chapter, another time that says, okay, now 5 years later, the heroes reassemble and try to undo that. But even Infinity War had a definitive end. I can't. The years we have been waiting for this movie and the hype for this movie to end with a moment from the trailer going, they're all coming through and I can't stop them. Ba, 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 ba.
I'm gonna dehype myself now, just in case.
And even if they did, because you know how a lot of movies were released very close to one another.
Yeah.
We're not getting Doctor Strange 2 for a while after this.
Yeah, still a few months away. We are getting Morbius in January, but we're not getting Doctor Strange 2 for a while.
Yeah, so
that
would leave that. Oh God,
that would be such bullshit.
That'd
be such bullshit.
All right, you just have to laugh at that point.
Oh my God!
If they actually did that, you just have to laugh at that point.
I don't know if laughing is the reaction a lot of people are going to give
I
it.
would laugh. I'll just be like, you got me.
All right, what's next?
Lions and Warriors International says, if Miles is in this, I would like to see an end credit scene of Miles getting bit by a spider that came through the portal. Only screen Miles is in. I think he means Steve.
I just so highly doubt that Sony's going to have Miles come in. They are so invested in his animated movies right now. So I don't know, but hey, if he does, Lions, that could be something that happens. We'll see. All right, what's next?
Waleed Haji says, does it bother you that superheroes are getting younger?
I don't see superheroes getting younger. I mean,
changing of the guard, maybe.
I mean,
It's
changing of the guard, but I mean, that's fine. Listen, we've got Oscar Isaac, who, hey, Google, how old is Oscar Isaacs? I don't think it heard me. Ray, can you look it up? I think Oscar Isaacs is getting close to 50. Mm-hmm. And he's coming in as Moon Knight.
I just want to know who he's referring to. Maybe Kate Bishop?
I mean,
don't know.
yeah, like we have some younger heroes coming in.
And Ironheart's supposed to come.
Ironheart's supposed to, but can you
he's
look up
42.
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah.
He's 42. So he's in his 40s now. So he's coming in at 42. Mahershala Ali is in his mid to late 40s.
But then you also
he's
got
coming
the kid Marvel, Captain Marvel.
So
I don't mind.
They're bringing in older heroes. They're bringing in younger heroes. I
actually would love a younger superhero team that's separate, that does their own thing, because I like the dynamic of them not only being a superhero, but facing challenges that we've all, as older people, we've all faced when we were younger. Trying to juggle that is always like it's always fun to me to see that on screen.
All right, what's next?
Alrighty, this is coming from John Emre Singleton. Whatever Kim's smoking before the camera turns on, she needs to share. LOL. Happy No Way Home weeks, guys. Good luck dodging spoilers and keep being amazing. It's a blend, actually.
All right.
Just kidding.
But listen, seriously, Johnny ain't kidding. Like once Monday hits, because here's the thing. All it's going to take is one woman who brought a date along, one woman who's a film critic or whatever, who brought a date along as her plus one, and that date ends up to be a douche McMuffin,
Yep.
and the douche McMuffin decides, hey guys, I was watching blah, and then that gets picked up and spread. I mean, it's starting Monday, it's going to be a minefield.
Or the people who aren't like so passionate as we are and just blurt something that they don't think is a big
They will
issue
get
and
a
they
kick out
don't
of it.
think is, like some cartoon like walk through was weird. I don't know. And then everyone's going to, oh my God, Miles Morales, he was really actually in it. Yeah. I'm really gonna ghost the internet.
It's like somebody, like again, I think it's like it's gonna be somebody's plus one that ends up doing it. It's like, oh, wait a minute, guys, can somebody help me understand? I thought Hugh Jackman said he was done playing Wolverine.
Oh yeah, I hate when people do that. I
thought
hate.
Hugh Jackman was done being Wolverine.
Oh,
and
my
maybe
God.
even totally innocently,
Right?
Maybe even totally.
That would suck.
It's
That
the
would
most
actually
innocent
suck.
ones that are the most dangerous.
You're about to get some side eye if you do that
Yeah.
around me. Stay away from me.
If that was actually the case, that example you did, that would be an actual spoiler that, you know how I always say you can't take away the experience of seeing it on screen the first time?
Yeah.
That one would actually kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
Just because that would be so unexpected, That's why I don't do guesses of who's going to show up. I just want to be ready for when they show up.
So it's going to be one of those. I think it's going to be a minefield. You got to be careful after Monday. All right, what's next?
Brad Canfield says, my two predictions, Madam Web and Chris Evans, Human Torch, and I agree about Tony Stark.
Well, yeah, they won't do Chris Evans. Listen, I love the idea of Chris Evans Human Torch.
That'd be great.
If he wasn't Captain America already. I think that just becomes then too much of a cluster thing for a
But
lot
that
of
would be
people.
so
But it would
funny.
be if him and Michael Chiklis came walking through one of the portals or something,
I
like his Human
cannot.
Torch and thing. I
He
would
said,
love it.
he said, I was done with Captain America. I didn't say I was done with the Human
That's
Torch.
right. All right, what's next?
Genome Chaos says, in the trailer to Fan Event, Tom Holland said that Harry is in that trailer. You can watch it on Koi Janru's YouTube page.
Not familiar with that. All right, what's next?
Sidious Swift says they're coming in and I can't stop them. Hundreds of rays appearing and nothing but a chef's hat and apron, slowly untying their aprons and winking.
Oh,
Listen.
yeah.
Not only can Doctor Strange not stop chef pleasures, nothing can stop chef pleasures.
ready.
Oh, Lord.
Who wants an entree of love?
Yeah, they're ready.
When you do that voice, you remind me of Theo. Remember Theo that on the radio?
Oh, from 92.3.
Yeah.
I don't even know what 92.
Oh, that's,
That's
yeah.
some Asian guy that
Yeah.
has the deepest R&B, like smooth
Yeah,
velvet,
everyone
like,
used to listen to him
ah.
and hit on him too. And then like
so
he would show up
fine.
in public and then everyone's like, oh. okay.
Oh no, he was
He's
fine.
Asian.
I've got
No,
your
he was
dessert.
fine for real.
All right,
Okay.
what's next?
DJ Stevie 69 says, want to see Venom save Spidey, want to see Garfield saving MJ,
Yeah.
want to see Toby as Uncle Ben,
Unlikely.
Miles not Toby Spidey, X-Men, Punisher, Daredevil, everyone.
Yeah, again, now here's the thing that I get worried about. Some fan theories get into not a good movie, but some wild spectacle YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like, because we've seen those memes going around about what people expect from Spider-Man No Way Home, and it shows like every movie character in history, like John Wick comes walking through a portal and all that kind of stuff.
Ready
And
Player
like
One.
sometimes fan theories don't sound like good movies; they just sound like wild
Like a
nerdgasm.
dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nerdgasm YouTube videos. I hope they keep their focus on whatever big surprises they're bringing. That they keep their focus on making a good movie. And give everything narrative purpose. Well, we'll see. But that is the one thing I'm nervous about. I'm more nervous about that one thing. All right, what's next?
Christopher Breckner says, while the No Way Home trailer says all villains die fighting Spider-Man, for Sandman and Lizard, I think they mean their evil personas died fighting Spider-Man.
You're trying to pull a Ben Kenobi here with what I said was true from a certain point of view. You said Vader betrayed and murdered my father. Well, fuck it. I lied to you, kid. Your father's still alive. Like, there's a little bit of an Obi-Wan Kenobi thing in there. All right, what's next?
Miko Suayan sends in Super Chat.
Thank you, Miko.
Leo Liang says Sandra Bullock appears as Madam Web.
Won't appear. No way. All right, what's next?
Dallas Designer says Fantastic Four. Watts is directing it.
Yes, but they're far, far away from that. They haven't even begun casting that yet, so I don't think you're going to see it. But I'm excited for that Fantastic Four movie. What's next?
J.R. Wheeler says, Ray didn't list his one prediction that I agree with. Andrew's Spider-Man will be the one to save MJ.
Well, to be fair,
I don't think I predicted that, to be honest.
now you might have agreed with it. I mean,
I agreed
lot
with
of
it.
people have been predicting.
I agreed.
that.
I was like, oh yeah, that hand might not be.
Yeah, I think a
Bombs.
lot of people think that's going to be Andrew Garfield. That's going to be Andrew Garfield in a redemption moment, if you will, from the Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Because I'm telling you what, again,
Man, the book.
think what you will about that Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. Gwen Stacy's death scene
Oh my God, don't even play it.
is powerful. That is a great scene.
Clock.
That is a great, that snap.
Oh, block.
I
Oh.
gasped when that happened, dude. I totally gasped when that happened.
Just
in the theater.
cringeworthy.
All right, what's
Ugh.
next?
Miko Suyan says, May dies. Doctor Strange's spell will have Pete be forgotten by everyone. Ned and MJ hooks in the end. Spider-Man swings away into an unsure future.
Like Ned and MJ hook up? Is that what you mean by hooks? MJ hooks in the end?
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe hooks up to his webs. and
Maybe-
they all fly away to some other.
Maybe that's why Jacob Bartolone got all in shape.
Okay.
Maybe Jacob Bartolone
That would
is
be so
Chef
weird
Pleasures.
because there's never anything between them.
No,
Like,
nothing,
they're all
not
of
even
a-
remotely.
For them to throw that together would be just we don't care anymore.
All right, what's next?
Shiloh Cordell says, Kraven the Hunter introduced. This movie was going to be based on him before.
Again, I think that was misinterpreted. I think that was a backup plan. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was a backup plan. All right, what's next? And by the way, don't forget, Sony has cast Kraven the Hunter.
yeah. That's probably why they decided on a solo movie. They heard the idea and they're like, this guy needs to have his own movie so we can introduce
Yeah,
him.
so we're going to see how they go with that. All right, what's next?
Daniel Lyon sends in a $20 super
Thank you,
chat.
Daniel.
Hey, John and crew. Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be huge.
No doubt.
Seeing the villains and just seeing how everything looks, it's incredible. Prediction. 3 Spider-Men, a reference to X-Men, a little reference to Miles.
I'm not too far off from you, Daniel.
Yeah.
I think an Easter egg, something like that could be happen, but you're not going to have the character Miles Morales walking. I don't think that. And a reference to either X-Men or what could bring about the X-Men. I actually think maybe we might see an original Fox X-Men in there. And yeah, 3 Spider-Men, that no doubt, absolutely, totally. I like what you're saying there. I'm buying what you're selling, Daniel. I'm
this
buying what
movie
you're
is going to
selling.
be huge though. And from what
Oh,
we've
yeah, no
seen
doubt.
and nothing else, if you don't give us anything else, it's going to be huge.
Let me ask you guys this. You guys still don't believe there's going to be another trailer? I think there's a chance there is.
Are we?
But do you believe now? And if there is another trailer between now and then, I don't know if it would have Toby and Andrew in it. I don't know that. But do you guys believe that after this movie opens,
Yeah.
there will be another trailer that absolutely shows Toby and Andrew? Or do you believe that even after the movie opens, they won't show it? What do
Go
you think,
back.
Ray?
I think you could probably find me on that when me and you were arguing about debating about third trailer. I've always said they're gonna release that after to get a big second weekend.
The big second weekend.
But but it was like more like your side was they want to sell all the tickets, and I was like, maybe they'll wait until you know
Yep.
after that. So yeah, I do believe
you're
they
on
will.
that. You're on
But
that.
I don't think a week after. I think they might wait a little bit, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 hours or 2 or 3 days, maybe. If
Yeah,
it does
because
come
word's gonna
before.
get out. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a thing that they judge maybe afterwards to see how much it makes. I don't know.
What do you think, Kim? You think they're going to show them in a marketing? Well, first, I can't even ask
they
you that
are in
question
there.
because you don't even think they're going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
So I guess that would. But let me theoretically,
Well, yeah,
if they are,
then.
if you find out they are in the
if
movie,
I find out they are,
do
yeah.
you think? Do you think like within days after the movie opens that there's going to be new spots showing them in the movie?
I think so. I think
Right.
so because they want to hit a home run with the final numbers for this, and
Yeah.
they're really going to go for that amazing record-breaking second week
All right.
numbers. I
And
think
that
that's
next week, Matrix comes out too, right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's worried about Matrix, to be honest with you. Plus, people can just watch it at home.
And
Keanu?
Nightmare Alley.
And Nightmare Alley isn't going to do huge numbers. I mean, Nightmare Alley is not a movie that's designed to be a huge blockbuster, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. All right, what's next?
B. Reese9984 says, I'd love it if I saw the Illuminati leading to Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, no, we are not going to see
Namor.
Professor We're
X.
not going to see Professor X. We're not going to see Reed Richards. We're not going to see the Illuminati there. I mean, I'm not interested in the Illuminati anything aside from World War Hulk. Like World War Hulk and Planet Hulk, that's the only storyline which I'm remotely interested in seeing the Illuminati. All right, what's next?
Josh Pollard said, currently testing all our feature releases for this weekend. I manage a movie theater. Someone tell me why we're playing a K-pop album in 4DX.
Now you're the one
LOL.
who'd have to tell us, Josh.
Hey,
like,
thank you.
like it's fun. I look. I have tried.
With
I have
K-pop.
tried to get into K-pop. I've tried. It's not that good. It's
You know who got me in it?
who got you into K-pop?
My 85-year-old grandmother.
Really?
I just posted a picture on Instagram. She's kind of mobile. If she could do big crowds, which she can't right now, 100% she would go to a K-pop concert with the t-shirt. She loves them. She's like, watch this. Look at this. I learned that from the K-pop. She loves her some K-pop. Oh my gosh. She
It's
knows
so
she knows
popular.
all the words.
It's so
which
popular.
Not many of them are in English, and she's still saying the same exact words. So I believe she's speaking Korean. Like my grandma is like fluent in Korean now or something. Oh, she's the biggest K-pop fan.
My wife's really into it too. My wife really likes it a lot.
Their
She
moves
told me.
are good.
Yeah, they are.
They be getting it.
I'm not into it,
I'm
but
not talking about their moves. I'm talking about the music. I'm
I
talking
like
about
all
the-
of it. The
I-
I'm
moves,
not
the
gonna lie.
music.
That SNL where BTS was on there, I've only heard about
Didn't
them.
that break records?
Yeah,
I thought I heard that like broke records.
I've only heard about them. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go to the bathroom or fix a sandwich when they get on. And then I was like, I started listening to it. I was like, this is pretty catchy. And then that's what it is. It's catchy music.
All right. Well, we got to keep moving. We're,
Okay.
we're like so far behind right here. Okay, what's next?
Jonathan Pruitt says, if John and Emily aren't in Fantastic Four, how bad will fans cry?
Well, again, if they do, it's only their own fault.
Yeah.
Marvel never even remotely suggested that
and
they
she
would
was
be
very
Fantastic
clear that
Four.
she
yeah, and
that's
Emily
not-
Blunt has been clear that
And
she's
you know
not.
what? May I say she had the right answer
Really?
in terms of how do you feel about comic book movies? And she's like, it's just not for me. You know,
Right.
she didn't throw out the gross,
Yeah.
trash. She had a very classy answer.
'Cause she's intelligent. She's super intelligent. All right, what's next?
Hulk Smash Yo Mom says, hey guys. All right. Got tickets for opening night. Taking my daughter. Shed a little tear because she's becoming a comic book movie. But Andrea, Dad loves you.
She's
Cool.
becoming a comic book
Fan.
movie?
Probably
I meant-
fan.
Probably
Probably
meant
saying his little girl's becoming a comic book fan that makes Dad proud.
Listen, whenever there's a little
Whenever we
Italian
can convert.
Filipino Campea running around, the first time that little Campea looks at me and says, I want that Star Wars toy, I am going to bawl like a baby. And they're going to say, what's wrong, Daddy? Nothing. Go see your mom. And I'm going to cry and
then I'll
leave.
come in and I'll be like, let's go watch some boxing. Don't
Uncle
watch
Ray's
all
gonna
that
come in and
cage stuff. Let's just go
ruin
watch
everything.
some boxing.
All right, what's
All right.
next?
Sam Fisher says someone created a Super Mario Brothers mod with Chris Pratt voicing Mario. It's
awesome.
weird.
I'm gonna have to try to look
It's
that up. I'm
weird.
gonna have to
Ha,
look that
ha,
up. All right, what's next?
Daniel says Andrew Garfield is denying he's in No Way Home.
Still.
I mean, come on, dude. Just give it up already. We know you're in it. Or is he?
Listen, I'm telling you what, if he is not, that's I mean, I don't care. I mean, the movie's going to be the movie. It's going to be good or it's going to be bad regardless. But I mean, if he's not, I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be totally legit shocked if he's not.
Quick trivia, real quick. The person who sent that last question, Sam Fisher, who is he?
Who is he?
Do you know?
Oh, you mean the name
Yeah, the
Sam
name.
Fisher? Oh,
You know who he is? Video game, books, maybe books, I think. It's Splinter Cell.
I was getting,
right?
no, I was about to say, I think I was about to say it's, Oh, and now I'm seeing the face of the video. I was going to say a video game character, but it wasn't Splinter Cell.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say a video, but I didn't. I was going to say the wrong one. All right, what's next?
All right, Elizabeth Gerardo says, show off those earrings, Kim. They look really cute. Santa Claus coming in.
Oh, I didn't even notice there was Santa Claus.
Yeah, with the Easter eggs.
Kim with the Easter
Get
eggs.
it. All
right,
right.
what's next?
George Guerrero says, solid Andrew and Toby and Venom appear, and I believe Happy dies.
Happy
the
dies.
alien Spider-Man will be a hint as the end credit. Stretch X-Men and hint off FF4 Tower.
I don't think they're ready to do any Fantastic Four hinting yet.
I don't think they're ready for it either.
Yeah,
I don't think they're ready for
I
it
don't
either.
even think that they gave John Watts the job until like after they had probably started already making Spider-Man No Way Home. So I'm gonna guess no, but listen, I think it's a very good guess that the what was the Avengers Tower will become the Baxter Building. I think that's a pretty good shot. I just don't know if they're going to go into it in this movie, but you never know. We'll see. All right, what's next?
Josh Pollard says, also, thank you for releasing the credit offsets for No Way Home. Now I don't have to wait for them to give it to me to do my job.
Oh, that's a big. Oh, you work at a theater. There you go.
There you
I
go.
mean, yeah, I am. We of course we gave the actual runtime of the movie, how long the credits were, when the credits start, all that. We gave all that timing out yesterday, and I'm pretty confident in the information we were given. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm glad to be here for you, Josh. All right, what's next?
Alma Powell says, Kimberly, 2 goblins? I think you're right. The glider impaled him, and no in Spider-Man 1, but we see a goblin again on the glider with a mask in the trailer.
Well, yeah, but the other ones died too when the portal
Just
opens.
let me be great. Just let me have this.
Oh, you could very well could be right, but I'm saying, but you can't. The fact that they die, that's irrelevant because even Doctor Strange says, well, they all died fighting Spider-Man. All of them died, so they can be pulled in before they died in the other movie. So that's the other thing. But yes. It's 2 goblins is a possibility. Absolutely. All right, what's next?
Christopher Breckner says, Toby and Andrew appear, but only in archived footage.
Which archive? What library is Peter going to go to and look up old footage?
The Arlo Pro security camera that we have posted up.
So I mean, they would have to actually come over to exist in this universe. So yeah, I don't think so. All right, what's next?
Raphael Sierra says, the school Peter goes to is in the Future Foundation.
I don't know what that means.
The school Peter get into is the Future Foundation.
I still don't know what that means.
Is that a school in the
No
comics
idea.
or something?
Is he talking about the new show on Apple TV Plus, Foundation? Does he appear in Foundation? All right, sorry about that, Raphael. All right, what's next?
Gnome says, I hope Andrew and Toby will show up, but I'll come to the theater with 0
That's
expectations.
the right attitude, man.
Just to be surprised if they do. I just want the movie to be good.
Noam, you have the exact attitude that all of us film fans should have going in. 0 expectation. I don't go in with what I want you to show me. I'm just going in to see what you have to show me, and I'll judge it based on that. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. I'm not going to base it on whether it's good or not based on what my expectations are. You, sir, are an example for us all. All right, what's next?
John Ora says, give it up, John and Ray. I know you guys read the plot leak. Your predictions were too spot on.
What?
Which plot leak?
No, I don't want to hear any of that.
No, I'm not going to say anything. But like, what plot leak? I have not read any plot leaks.
I don't.
And by the way, that's whatever plot leak you think you read, it's 99% chance is probably wrong. Because there are probably about 700 varying plot leaks going around that all contradict each other. So we have no idea what you're talking about. All right,
Yeah,
what's next?
oh man.
The Power Bunny says, hi, John. Collider did an interview where Tom admits when things fell apart, they were going to do a Craven movie for No Way Home. Thoughts?
No, again, everybody's
already got that.
misinterpreting that.
Yeah.
All he said was an idea was pitched. That's all. Like everybody's acting like there was a script written and it was done and this is what we're doing. No. All he said was there was an idea bounced around. That's all it was. So, and I don't think it's something Sony ever would have actually let happen anyway. But I mean, who knows? Whatever. It's kind of moot now because it doesn't matter. They made this one the way they made it. So there we are. All right, what's next?
Mark Gomez says, yay, got Saturday tickets for Spider-Man No Way Home after ticket sales opened in the Netherlands 4 hours ago.
Nice.
Only had to wait 50 hours in line for it. Obviously preferred to go on opening night, Thursday, but due to the pandemic, cinemas are closing at 5 p.m. every day, and I need to work on Thursday and Friday.
Woo! So I'm going to assume you didn't actually physically go and stand in a physical line for 50 hours. We're probably in a queue for 50 hours. That is nutty. Listen, the important thing is there that you got your tickets. You're going to be able to see the film. That's awesome. And that is some testicular fortitude right there, hanging into a line like that for 50 hours, just waiting for that to refresh. We tried to do that. Didn't work out so well for us. But anyway, man, I'm glad you got a chance to get your tickets, and I hope you have a good time, dude. All right, what's next?
The Power Bunny says, John, Ray, and Kimberly, I just wanted to thank you for everything. I'm going through a very tough time right now, and y'all are literally keeping me alive.
Hey, listen, the great thing about the power of movies and everything like that is it gives us not just an escape, it gives us a way to relax our mind, go into a story, imagine a world of different possibilities, and then come out of the movie. Like, I've talked about this a lot. I've often had hard times in my life when I've gone in to watch a movie. It's not like my problems are gone when I come out, but maybe my mind's a little bit more rested. Maybe I have a little bit of a different perspective. Maybe I just feel more refreshed, and I'm more able to face the problems that I have in my life. That's the great things about movies and stories. And one of the great things about a movie-loving community that you can just talk about those stories with. So it's always been there for me that way. I'm glad it's there for you as well. All right, what's next?
Okay, this is coming from L. Tiburon. Solid. Toby, Andrew, Charlie, mid-level. Frank Castle, Reach. Miles, Stretch. X-Men, Fantastic Four, mid-credit, similar to Shang-Chi post. Toby, Andrew, Tom eating pizza, hamburger, shawarma, one of the above.
Wow, look, if they were to die,
going on.
I absolutely don't think we're getting a post-credit scene with the 3 Spider-Men. But if they did, and they kind of did an homage to the original Avengers post-credit scene of like shawarma and stuff like that, I'm not going to lie, I will laugh my guts out. I will think that's pretty fun if they did that. I don't think it's what they're going to do, but if they did, El Tiburon, I would think that's pretty awesome. All right, what's next?
Anurag P says, I mean, shouldn't they release Toby and Andrew in a trailer? Like, no way it doesn't get spoiled immediately after the premiere or Thursday. Seems really strange.
Look, I'm not going to lie, I absolutely think the right thing to do is to put it out in a trailer. Look, everybody's known they're in this movie for a year. There is no surprise here. People know, and unless you're completely dim and don't understand how the internet works, you're right. The moment this thing screens anywhere, it's going to be out there from, I mean, look, but everybody already knows. So I don't understand the mentality of not putting them in a trailer. I just don't understand the mentality of it. It makes no sense to me, but hey, this thing's still going to make an ass load of money. It's going to make huge money opening weekend. It ain't going to make all the money.
Oh,
It's not going to sell all the tickets,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's something they should have done. But anyway, they're not, or maybe they are. Who knows? We still got a couple days to find out. All right, what's next?
Irgi Ogio says, tickets went on sale here today in the Netherlands hours before they sent out the watch list notifications that tickets were on sale.
I hear from all these people in the Netherlands that
Wow,
the Netherlands
hey.
getting their Spider-Man tickets.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for sharing that, dude. What's next?
Mike Tillman says, Michael Morales.
Michael Morales.
Miles Morales won't be in No Way Home. I would be very surprised if he is. Sony is happy with him in animated form. Why would he be in No Way Home?
There's no reason. You don't want to dilute. You don't want to dilute your characters. You don't want to overdo a character. You're getting great bang for your buck with him in there. So again, look though, you'd be silly. We would all be silly not to acknowledge though that there's a chance they do it. Of course, there's a chance, but I don't think they will. But I know well enough to know that that is theoretically possible. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, what's next?
Alex Gonzalez says, hey, John and crew, I went to Target and saw an official Spider-Man No Way Home Legos, and Vulture was in a set. Any thoughts?
We have seen a lot of different toy spoilers come out, and it has revealed things in a movie. At the same time, we have seen toy spoilers come out that had nothing to do with the movie.
Exactly.
Here's a good example. Before Justice League, the theatrical version of Justice League came out, there was a toy set that came out that had Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and a Lex Luthor in a battle in his like kryptonite battle suit. And I remember that image came out of that toy package, and everybody was like, Lex Luthor's going to be in his Superman battling battle armor, and it wasn't. That wasn't part of the movie, but it wasn't a toy. So yeah, sometimes these toy things come out and it does give us a glimpse into what's in the movie, but sometimes it's just something that's in there as a part of the toy. So I wouldn't buy into it completely, but I mean, it's possible now. So.
I actually expect Vulture to show up.
He's
just a given to me by now.
I mean, obviously he's in Morbius,
Yeah.
so why? I mean, it's possible. It totally is. All right, what's next?
Isaac Ressiker says, Hey, John fan, do you think Sharon Carter will be the power broker in No Way Home who gets Green Goblin and Electro their new suits?
No, that's way too convoluted.
Yeah.
If you actually look at the story of Sharon Carter and where she left off at the end of Falcon Winter Soldier, that's got a specific arc. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with this. Plus, again, now you're just introducing more storylines. Having tons of characters serving one storyline is not a problem. You can have a whole lot of characters. Bringing in multiple storylines, that becomes problematic. I don't think we're going to see Sharon Carter. All right, what's next?
Thanos says, the explanation I want is how Electro got that magnificent hair, because in the Amazing Spider-Man, he was balding. I need that Star Tech.
yeah.
Well, hey, listen, remember, there is a possibility that this might not be the exact same Electro that we saw in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It could be a different Electro. I mean, that Electro was blue. This one is not.
Yeah.
Actually, apparently Jamie Foxx was saying that one of the things he insisted that was going to be in this movie, that his Electro wasn't blue. So, I mean, so it might be the same one, or maybe, I don't know, maybe a different hairstyle?
Yeah,
Coming through the portal?
Different.
Yeah, just a little different. Just a little something to change it up a bit. All right, what's next?
Kyle Benner says, Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that I saw a freaking Zevia ad before one of the live shows a few months back. You better get that bread.
Hey, listen, if they played a Zevia ad during one of my shows, then that means I am getting a little something from it. So see, Zevia, I'm going to take your money, Zevia. One way or the other, I'm coming for it. I'm getting your money, Zevia.
What if this whole time we were all pronouncing it wrong? It's like Zevia.
Is it Zevia?
Well, it is
Zaba.
probably, I think it is, honestly, it probably is Zevia because it's based on stevia, the artificial sweetener.
Oh, Zevia.
Sorry,
Okay.
it's not an artificial sweetener. I
Stevia.
take that back. But it's based on stevia. So the proper pronunciation probably is Zevia.
Oh, okay.
And check your email now.
But I'm going to call it Zevia. You know why? Because fuck them.
Check your email now. You pronounced it right.
Oh
They
my
sent
God.
you a sponsorship.
Now they send me sponsorships, right?
We didn't know who you were talking about this whole time.
Oh, you meant Zevia. Oh, in that case, here's all the sponsorship money. All right, what's next?
Zoe1017 says, Tony Stank? R.I.P. the GOAT, Stan Lee.
Listen, to me, the greatest Stan Lee cameo of all time is undisputed in Deadpool, saying, remember, folks, you can't buy love, but you can rent it for $20 a song, or something along those lines, right? When he was the strip club DJ, you can't buy love, but you can rent it for 20 or something
so
along those
funny.
lines. That to me, Stan Lee as a strip club DJ is the single greatest Stan Lee cameo of all time. But it's also hard to argue that one of the really cool moments, the way he played it, because let's face it, Stan Lee was no actor. But the way Stan Lee comes in, Stank, Tony Stank. I mean, come on, that was gold. That was absolute gold. All right, anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked there. What's next?
Andrew Provolone says, do you in the future think we could see Spider-Man versus D'Onofrio Kingpin with maybe a Daredevil on your left moment where even Tom is like, what the fuck?
Well, in the future? Yeah. I mean, look, Marvel has the rights to the characters of Daredevil and Kingpin and all that kind of stuff back. They don't have the rights to the Netflix iterations of those characters, which is why I kind of think that if we do see Vincent D'Onofrio, by the way, I think Tuesday night, midnight, Ray, I think we're seeing Vincent D'Onofrio and Hawkeye on Tuesday night. But that aside, and Charlie Cox isn't there, I think they're going to be different versions of those characters than were in the Netflix series. But yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to believe that at some point in the future, we could absolutely see a Spider-Man facing off against a Kingpin or whatever, whether it's Vincent D'Onofrio or not. But I totally think that could happen at some time in the future. All right, what's next?
Clarkster0 says, thanks for the great show, guys. Always been a good listener, but with Ray and Kim a lot more present. It's even more fun. Keep up the filthy.
Oh,
Look,
thank
I'm
you.
not going to lie to you. While my back hurts a little bit from carrying these two,
Oh, shots fired.
I will say,
My life.
I will say I am having a lot of fun doing the show with these guys and thing. The pandemic required us to make the John Campea Show become a virtual one, where we had to bring in everybody over
Zoom or whatever.
Zoom, Skype, OBS Ninja, and stuff like that, and that was fine. It worked, but it wasn't the same for me doing the show like it was actually being in the same room. And I have had a lot of fun. And I think people can tell I'm having a lot of, I'm having more fun doing the show these days just because we're all in the same room together. There's a different energy when we're all in the room together.
No technical issues.
That would probably
be the worst thing when I was viewing the show, when I actually wasn't on the show and I would be watching the show just to get the segments ready to upload. And I would hear audio delays and
things would drop out.
Yeah, and then I would.
But it's just there's a different energy when you're in the same room and you actually see each other. You can feed off each other's energy. And I really now that has meant it's going to be. I don't know when we're going to be able to have Rob on the show next. Rob, of course, is going to be at our Spider-Man screening on Thursday.
Yay.
Though. I don't know when, Aaron's not. I was over at Aaron's last night with little baby Degnan, but we don't know how often she's going to be able to do it.
Well,
so it creates its own problems too. But I got to tell you, I have really enjoyed having these two in studio with me. It's made it a lot of fun being in the same room. I really like it.
And don't ever let Rob and me be on the show at the same time.
Because you guys,
it won't be your show anymore.
It'll just be
just
Hot
be
Toys. Hot Toys, the show. Toys and collectibles, the show. That's all it would be.
Look at my screen.
All right, what's next?
Downwell said, would you ever do a fan event, like a meet and greet or a special fan screening? First chat ever on YouTube. Been watching you since you started this fully.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Downwell. And listen, I have done fan events. We had obviously, Ray, we did our 100 million view get-together party. That was great. By the way, we're closing in on 200 million views.
Oh, shoot.
I think we just crossed 182 million views.
Wow.
So since the 100 million view party, we've added another 82 million views to the channel, which is neat because the last 2 years has been the pandemic where there wasn't a lot of movies to talk about and stuff like that. So we're probably within 4 or 5 months of hitting 200 million. So I think we'll probably have to do a 200 million view party. I am also thinking about renting a theater in and around the LA area to do an in-person screening of my documentary Movie Trailers, A Love Story.
Oh,
so
dope.
I'm thinking about doing that. I think that would be fun. So I just got to find a theater that I can afford to rent and actually do that in. So yes, at some point, so we have done them before and we will do them again.
Or maybe at an In-N-Out, a meet and greet.
Oh my God.
Oh, I forgot. You don't like good burgers.
I want it in and out. All right. What's next?
All right. Thank you so much to May Kent, who sends in a super chat.
Thank you, May.
Danny D says, FYI, Rise of the Resistance at Disney, no longer virtual queue. Give it a shot. Enjoy.
Yeah, I heard that they got rid of the virtual queue. And look, one of the things when I said I swore off ever going to Disneyland again, because Ann and I have been Disneyland season pass holders for like 7 years. And then I don't know if you heard about this, but we decided for our anniversary.
Oh, I heard.
We were going to go to Disneyland.
Loud and clear.
For our anniversary. So we booked the Disneyland Hotel. We booked our because you had to book your day pass. We bought our tickets because remember they canceled the season passes. So we bought tickets because we were going for two things. We wanted Rise of the Resistance and we wanted the Web Slinger. That's why we were going. We wanted the Web Slinger feature and we wanted Rise of the Resistance.
Is that a Spider-Man ride?
Yeah. It's in the Marvel Land now.
Okay.
And so we dropped probably about $1,000 between the Disneyland Hotel. By the way, the Disneyland Hotel is great. It's a great hotel. Got to give it that. We dropped like $1,000 so we can get that hotel for our anniversary and go on those two rides. And it says, oh, you got to get in the virtual queue. We're like, all right, when's the virtual queue open? I think it was 7 a.m. or something like that. All right, 7 a.m. And then the Spider-Man one, you can get in the virtual queue at 11 a.m. Like, all right. Just couldn't do both at the same time. Had to pick one. So At 6:55, we start reloading the virtual queue. Not open yet, not open yet, not open yet. And then like clockwork, 7 o'clock hits and it's open. Like, okay, reload it. Queue is full. We're like, wait, what? Queue is full. But the whole reason we booked a hotel, the whole reason we came to the park, and the whole reason we bought our tickets, and the whole reason we decided to spend our anniversary here is because, watching your stupid ass commercial saying, come to Rise of the Resistance. I was like, okay, here we are. You told us to get in virtual queue 7 a.m. All right, we're here 7 a.m. And you still told us we can't get in. Like, all right, well, that's a bummer. All right, well, let's do the Spider-Man one. And sure enough, the Spider-Man time came. We were on 5 minutes early. Nothing, not open yet, not open yet, not open yet. 11 o'clock strikes or whatever time it was, full. The second we got in,
I hate
full.
that.
So like Anna and I were like, okay, so let's get this straight. We came to this park, we dropped all this money, we bought our tickets. They don't allow you to book your spots in advance. They don't allow you to book your spots on a ride in advance. So they just say, come on down to the park. And here was the kicker. When we realized we couldn't get into either of the attractions that we came for, we thought, all right, you know what? We hadn't gone in the park yet. We're still in the hotel. Let's get a refund on our tickets and then come back another day when we can ride the rides. You had to refund your tickets 24 hours before the day you come to the park.
That's
So what that meant was you cannot find out if you're going to be able to get on the attractions you want until you get here. And by the time you get here, it's too late to get a refund. And I was like, fuck Disneyland. A season pass holder for 7 years. And I was just like, and we only had to drive an hour. What if you were a family of 5 that decided to book your vacation with your family and fly halfway across the country to be there because your kid wants to get on the web sling or whatever? And they're like, okay, who cares if there's a 5-hour long line? That's then at least your choice. You get to choose if you want to stand in that line for 5 hours. When I got there and I realized, number one, there's no way to find out if you can even get on the attractions you want until you get there. And by the time you get there, it's too late to get a refund. I was like, fuck Disneyland. And I was like, I'm never going back. Until they changed that system, I said, I'm never going back. And I've never been back since. I used to go to Disneyland like 6, 7, 8 times a year. And I've never been back since. And now that they're changing that system, I will keep an eye on it to see if, because I don't want to waste my time and go back there again and find out I get ripped off again.
Yeah.
So now that they're changing the system, I will see.
I will see. How long do you think the reservations will last?
I have no idea.
Because I wanted, on a whim, I wanted to go for my birthday to Disneyland because I love going to Disney during the holidays. And I was like, oh yeah, they're still doing the reservation things. I thought they had stopped. And so I checked it again to see if I can get in anytime during the holiday. And I think Spider-Man Day, which I'm not going to be at Disney, I'll be at movie theaters. And like Christmas Eve is like all they had open. And so I'm like, when is this reservation going to end? Because I'm one of those whim people. Most of the times I ever go to Disney, it's because I woke up that morning and was like, you know what? Let me just go to, let me do Disney and I have fun. I don't really plan it out. So I kind of sick of the reservations.
It was just a real turnoff was then, okay, well, I'll just get a refund for today. We haven't gone to the park yet, blah, blah. So you call up the customer service and Mickey himself answers the phone and go, ha, fuck you. And like
exactly what he says.
And then that's the part that really pissed me off. It's like, okay, you know what? Oh, their lines got full today. Just give me a refund so I can come back a different day. No. And it was like, all right, that's how you're going to treat us? So I'm like, ask her that. Anyway, we wasted way too much time on that. I'm sorry. What's next?
Fun Boy says, I can't pronounce a lot of words too, Kim. You're good. Look, I am dyslexic. It's amazing that I do what I do. And sometimes people spell things in very interesting ways. And sometimes I don't have my glasses. So Thank you for having grace with me. I love you guys. Thank you. Is that Facan Boy or Fashan Boy or Fun Boy? I don't know. I can't read.
Where? Oh, it's fun.
Being a smart ass. Dr. Q Knight says, loving New Dexter, but not seeing any buzz at all.
Dude, listen, I still haven't started watching it.
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't
No,
started
thought
watching
you,
it.
I thought you would be the first to be watching.
I
this.
wanted to be among the first to watch it,
but
but I didn't have Showtime.
I know one those.
But then I ran out of excuses because then Showtime and Budweiser, they sent me a whole second.
Oh yeah, I see.
Do you have the whole season like in your drawer?
No, I haven't seen what I have. I have this. It's sitting right beside my desk.
Dude.
Budweiser and Dexter sent me this whole box.
Oh my
Hold on
God.
a second. Let me open this up here.
Open it. Open it.
Tell me there's like a free promo
Oh, there are hats.
for the subscription.
And there is a promo for a year subscription
What?
for thing. So I have no excuse.
Bro,
on.
I might need to like come over a
He
lot
gave me this water bottle, this Dexter Grizzly water bottle.
because there's still Showtime boxing.
Seriously, do you have a shirt and a hat in there too?
Yeah, I got shirts and hats and everything.
Bro,
I gotta
if
get on
you're
it. I
not
have
going to
no
use it, you need
excuse.
to pass
I've
it
got to
on.
get on it. Ann and I both really want to watch Dexter, and it's just been so busy. I haven't had a
Let
chance
me
yet.
know when you put that Showtime subscription
I-
in there so I could come over and just watch the fights.
Watch
here.
the boxing. Raise a big
Do
boxing.
you have
Yeah.
friends? Do you have friends who have heard anything? Or
Do I have what?
Friends who have said anything about it? Or
No, I haven't
no,
heard anything.
no one?
Yeah.
I'm just dying to watch it because I love Dexter. So I don't know. Okay, all right.
Yes,
What's
you do.
next?
Hayden Wilson says IMDb has removed Thomas Hayden and Reese Ifans from the No Way Home cast list. Thoughts? And who is in charge of IMDb information?
I keep telling everybody, never rely on IMDb prior to a movie coming out. Once a movie's out, IMDb is rock solid. Once a movie's out. But this happens all the time. People get listened, people don't, and different things. Different people can add information to it. Not as easily as say Wikipedia, but different people have access to be able to put up information on that. And sometimes incorrect information gets put up. But once a movie's out, it's done. So I did not hear that they have pulled Thomas Hayden Church and Reza Fons from the cast list, but I'm not surprised that they have because we've been theorizing that all we're going to see in the movie is the CG versions of them.
Right.
I don't know. What were you about to say?
I was just saying they might just be trying to be careful because since nothing's confirmed, maybe they'll wait till after the movie comes out. Obviously, then
Yeah,
they'll know
we'll have
for
to wait.
sure.
All right, what's next?
Rez Wenow says y'all missed one prediction, a Stan Lee tribute. How will that factor?
I
do you
don't think there will be. I mean, maybe a little Easter egg or something like that, but that wouldn't be unusual for any. Listen, something that I think they're probably going to at least plant in some way in every Marvel movie forever is not something you have to put in as a prediction. So let's just say that. All right, what's next?
Run Boy Prod says, I'll be doing a marathon for No Way Home, but I'll start from Civil War since that was his first appearance in the MCU.
That was his first appearance in the MCU. That's right, it was. All right, what's next?
Big Boy Trent says, just got tickets for me and my friends. Almost $100. This movie better be worth it. By the way, I love the show and bring on the filthy.
Almost $100 for. But listen, I'm not kidding you. The biggest ticket purchase I ever did for the movies, I think once was like $300 or $400.
There was like a bunch of people then.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember I had to get tickets like for a whole bunch of people. By the way, just because I want to show this, just because I want to show it, people have been bringing up Stan Lee a bunch. So I wanted to bring this up.
Oh yeah.
This is one of my all-time favorite pictures.
Oh my God.
This is one of my all-time favorite memories. This was me at Comic-Con at one of my parties at Comic-Con. And we were presenting Stan Lee. I had created this award called the AMC Film Fanatic Award. And that year we gave it out to two people at our big party. One was Edgar Wright, and we gave one to Edgar Wright, and one was to Stan Lee. And Stan Lee was and we held the party in San Diego on this rooftop party thing. And Stan Lee, he arranged for him to have his own private cabana at the party. And I got to go and sit down and talk with Stan Lee that night and hang out. And I got to present Stan Lee with that trophy you see he's holding in the,
He's always
the one
smiling
hand.
too.
He was always smiling and always laughing and always engaging and always friendly. It was, and I had a chance to meet him once or twice as well outside of that. But that was like one of my favorite nights of my career.
Do you have that framed?
I do not.
Gotta get that framed, man. That's really cool. That is really cool.
I gotta figure out how to get that.
Yeah, from
That's
Associated
amazing.
Press.
You may have to buy it from Associated Press. A picture of me that I might have to buy from Associated Press. Thank you so much for that, Associated Press. All right, we're almost through everything here. What do we got next?
Wait a second. You're talking
Mike-
about what you were saying earlier? The 17th page? Is this the 17th page?
No.
Oh,
No,
this is
no,
Super
no.
Chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, what's next?
Mike Hill says Morbius beats Venom in a fight.
It depends on who's writing it. You could write it either way. I'm not so sure. But man, I'll tell you what, I don't want to mess with that Morbius who's in that clip that we watched the other day. I do not want to mess with that Morbius. All right, last one. What's next?
We have, okay.
Josh Pollard, yeah.
Josh Pollard says, We Live in a Twilight World is from Tenet.
I don't even remember that.
I don't.
I have to finish Tenet. I'm sorry. I'm like, there's like 30 minutes left in the movie. I have to finish it.
I don't remember that line from the movie, to be honest with you. But thank you for clearing that up for me, Josh Pollard. I appreciate that. All right, guys, listen. There were a lot of comments came in here today, and we're already well into hour 3. So you know what? I think we're gonna cut it off here today. I will do a standalone companion video later today. Or tonight, and we will get to the questions you guys. You guys are going to get your own standalone video. Those of you guys who send in the questions. So I will do that a little bit later today, but we just, you know what? We would have got through these a lot faster if I didn't keep getting us sidetracked.
No, it was me.
It's mostly me.
We're just so passionate. We're so passionate about talking
fun.
movies, and this is why we love you guys.
Guys, thanks so much for being here. And again, for all the guys who sent in the questions via the tip link, don't worry, I'm going to give you your own dedicated video a little bit later today, so we'll get caught up on that. And of course, we'll be back again tomorrow for the next episode of the John Campea Show. We hope you guys will come back and join us for that. In the meantime, I want to thank Kim for being here. Kim, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at wasgoodkimberly, and please be good to one another.
And at www.mcconaughey.com. And of course, Ray, where can
/stream.
people find you?
All right, Ray Aura with a 0, but I'm looking forward to the Game Awards. The
Awards tonight.
The Halo premiere and the Sonic trailer premiere.
You know, listen, I'm not going to lie. The last couple of years, I've gotten into watching the Game Awards. Not because I care squat about the awards. All I watch it for is the trailers and promos and commercials of the upcoming games. That's the only reason I watch them anymore.
But can't wait.
Can't wait. All right, guys. We can't wait to talk to you guys again. Once again, subscribe. I never ask people to subscribe to the channel. I totally should.
You don't.
Guys, subscribe to this channel. Click the thumbs up button. Leave a comment below. And follow me on social media on Instagram or at Twitter right there. Simply at John Campea. That'll do it for us for now, guys. Thanks a lot for being here. My name is John Campea. And until next time, my friends, bye-bye.